unwavering. We believe that athletics plays a vital role in the personal growth, character development, and overall well-being. That's why we need your help today. By partnering with us, you become an integral part of our journey to empower and uplift these young athletes. Visit our website, www.springdaleathleticfoundation.org, where you can find out more information about our organization, our impact, and how you can help support. So I invite you to stand with us, partner with the Springdale Athletic Foundation, and be a part of something truly special. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our district kids and ensure that Springdale sports continues to set the standards in athletics across the state.
Shot on the way, and good!
Hello and welcome.
The second week of high school football is upon us, and tonight, under the bright lights of the Cardinal Stadium, the Har-Ber Wildcats hit the road for a pivotal non-conference showdown against the Farmington Cardinals. Har-Ber's looking to bounce back after a tough season opener, following a 35-14 loss to Broken Arrow last week. They're aiming to recapture their rhythm and make a bold statement early in the season. Meanwhile, Farmington arrives with momentum riding high after a 43-42 win over Edmond North, Oklahoma last week. Their recent success, including a strong 12-2 season last year and return to the state championship game under legendary coach Tommy Tice, has this program energized. Good evening, everyone. Brad Spurlock here on the play-by-play call tonight. Once again, and joining me on the broadcast, my broadcasting partner, Coach Bray Cook. And Bray, as we look at the game tonight, coming off the defeat to Broken Arrow last week, we did see some positive things from the Wildcats. What do you say to the kids coming off of that type of effort?
Well, Brad, what you say is, man, we did so many good things all across the board, defensively, offensively, special teams. We were able to move the ball offensively in multiple ways, right? You're able to make those drives last and find the end zone in crucial times of the game last week. And defensively, we had 11 guys flying to the ball. So what you say to our team coming into this game is, it's right there. You're knocking on the door. And talking to some of their coaches, that is what they said. You know, we had to clean some things up. Coach Calcagni, the offensive coordinator, talked about, you have to take care of the ball. You know, we fumbled the ball early in the game last week, and it hurt us in a crucial time to find the end zone, and we give that ball away. We got to take care of the ball this week, and that's something they've been working on, is taking that step offensively. Defensively, you got to clean up the secondary a little bit. You play such an almost complete game, and then a couple busts here and there, and Broken Arrow is able to take it away. If you can just clean that up, which the good thing is that's a very fixable problem, and so if we clean that up tonight, it's a really good matchup for the Har-Ber Wildcats.
And you'll see a lot of coaches a lot of time will say there's a lot of progress between week 1 or week 0, if you will, to the next week. So we do hope to see a little bit of improvement for tonight's game. But heading into this road contest tonight from Farmington, Farmington come off a thrilling contest last week. And Bray, out looking at the Cardinals, their quarterback had a superb game. And I would probably say that's probably priority 1 for this defense.
It is. And Aiden Lester is such a talented kid. One of the coaches I was talking to this week said that Aiden is one of the best high school quarterbacks he's seen live. And that's saying a lot. And very talented player there. And I think it's crucial for our defense to contain him. Now, obviously, there's so many nuances to the game defensively, but if you can contain that quarterback and eliminate the bootleg, which Har-Ber saw a lot of last year, we really got a chance to stop that high-powered offense.
Teams are just about ready to come on field. Har-Ber's coming in from the southeast. They're carrying the flags, and here comes the Har-Ber Wildcats onto Farmington's field. And a rousing applause from the Har-Ber faithful. And here comes the Farmington football team as well. We're set up for a great showdown. Farmington's going to receive the ball to start off with. Har-Ber will be on defense. I tell you what, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Har-Ber Wildcat football on the Springdale Athletic Foundation Network.
How's that? What?
We're back here in Farmington Field, Cardinal Field, if you will, Farmington, Arkansas. Har-Ber's getting ready to kick off to the Farmington Cardinals. Kind of an overcast sky. Had a little bit of rain this afternoon. Call for rain some this evening. We will hope our best to get this football game without any rain. But we're set for football, and we're excited to be here with you once again on the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Go ahead, Brady.
Yeah, Brad, I was going to mention, you talked about the weather. This is what we call offensive line weather, right?
Yes.
It's a little overcast. You got a nice little breeze. A beautiful football September Friday night.
Roland Reynolds is set to kick off for Har-Ber. And we're underway here at Cardinal Stadium. That's going to be picked up. And a host of Wildcats bringing down Cameron Miller on the return. Brings it out to about the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinal offense. Once again, as Bray made mention of, Aiden Lester, the prolific quarterback that we saw last week and years past. He went 23 for 27 last week, passed for over 300 yards. 2 touchdowns in the air, also ran for 100 yards. 2 touchdowns on the run. So they will be taking the ball here first. We're underway. We got a penalty flag first thing. That's the way you like to start a ball game.
We'll take it. You talked about that jump from week 0 to week 1 and those nerves play such a crucial part in that week 0 game. Here they are showing up for Farmington, the home team. Usually that's something you got to think about as the visitor, especially in a beautiful arena like this. You come into a place like this atmosphere, you got to stay focused, and you'll definitely take those 5 yards.
Backs him up 5 yards. Ball's placed at the 19-yard line, 15-yard line, excuse me. 1st and 15. There's a handoff.
And what a great job on the outside there. Like we said, we talked about the contain. To be able to contain that edge, especially there to the boundary on Farmington sideline. A lot of coaches will call plays, whether they know it or not, to their own sideline to keep that bias on the offense.
Will White on the tackle for Har-Ber. That's a pickup of 2, 2nd and 13. There's a snap.
There's the boot.
Lester's rolling out, throwing deep, got a man wide open.
Well, we talk about the boot, and that's one thing that Farmington does well, and they did it well last year, and that's something that we're going to have to stop. And that's just an understanding of where that quarterback is, what he's trying to accomplish. But at the same time, on the back end, understanding that there's still receivers out there. And so that's that balance of containing a very good football player, but also doing your job.
Dawson Keaton on the reception. That's an 80-yard touchdown pass completion. And right off the bat, a minute into this game, Farmington takes an early 6-0 lead. Braden Conran on for the extra point. The man that just caught the touchdown is the holder. Kick is up, and the kick is good. We've got 11:08 left to play in the first quarter. Fast start for Farmington. Har-Ber will be receiving the kickoff. 7-0 Farmington over Har-Ber. We'll be back right after these messages.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause. When you buy a meal, Tacos for Life donates the proceeds to provide a meal to starving children. Download the Tacos for Life app for ongoing promotions and free food for our friends right here in Springdale. Great food for a great cause. Tacos for Life, 1210 JTL Parkway in Springdale.
Fast start for Farmington on their first possession, second play. Scores an 80-yard pass play touchdown. Similar to what we saw last week, some busted coverages. Saw a little bit of busted coverage right there, but Har-Ber's going to get a chance to answer right here, Bray.
Yep, they will. And you look at number 6, that receiver who just caught that touchdown. That's one of their his go-to targets. I heard a lot about this summer is number 6 at Farmington is a special athlete, and he's just one that we're going to have to keep an eye on, especially when you got a quarterback that can get the ball to him.
Braden Conrad boots the kick, and it looks like it's going into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback. Har-Ber will take the ball. The first possession right now. Let's talk about Bryce Owens. here. And let's just introduce the starting lineup real quick. For left tackle, we've got number 77, Hudson Mayhew. Left guard, number 7, Perry Lewis. Center is 72, Mark Ballard. Right guard, 61, Matt Graham. Right tackle, 51, Luke Huffmaster. Bryce Owens, once again, the quarterback, had a good game last week, went 17 for 22, 164 yards, 1 touchdown, rushed for 28 yards, and he's bringing this offense on the field for the first time. Ball's placed at the 20-yard line. Far side on the left hash. Takes a snap. There's the handoff to Reed McAllister up middle.
You love the yards after contact. A big part of that last week. Oh. And
they're showing there was a fumble on the play, and Farmington's recovered. And a quick turnover, quick strike on offense. Now they get a quick turnover. Hopefully this will not put the hole behind the if you want to call it the 8 ball, behind the 8 ball a little bit for the Har-Ber defense.
And that's, Coach Calcagney, I just talked to him on the sideline, and that's the first thing you got to do is protect the ball. And it hurt us last week, and it hurts us here tonight.
Har-Ber defense needs to make a stand right here after a gain of 1 and a turnover. Balls will be placed at the 21-yard line. We'll call it 22.
Look for a quick strike from this offense. Sudden change, take the momentum, and find the end zone. We got to be able to correct that coverage and make sure that nobody gets behind us.
Farmington looks like they're calling a timeout. That's their first timeout. We've got 10:58 left to play here in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout along with them. We'll be right back right after these messages. You're listening to Har-Ber Football on the Springdale Athletic Foundation.
I'm Don Strubing. It's because of the generosity of people like you we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feed program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Zach Arns. I'm voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame.
Back here at Cardinal Stadium, Farmington's taken over their second possession after the turnover. Once again, ball's placed around the 20, we'll call it 23-yard line, heading left or right. Lester takes the snap, flushed out, heading up the middle, throws it down the field again. And did he catch it or was he out of bounds? Let's see what the call. They're calling touchdown. And just like that, Farmington's up 2 scores on us. That pass was complete to number 1, Brady Richards.
And you see it again there that both these scoring plays have been a mix of trying to contain that quarterback and your eyes defensively, you get locked into defending him, and then all of a sudden somebody gets behind you, and that's happened really almost 2 plays in a row now.
Lester scrambled on the play, found Richards in the back of the end zone. It was a close play, but the referees did say he got his foot down, touchdown, and now we got Braden Conran here for the extra point for Farmington. Very quick strike offense here for Farmington.
Oh, incomplete pass.
Now, they must have been a replay somewhere. Didn't see anything on our end.
Yeah.
But it was close, and it looks like the referees are going to overturn the call, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. His foot was very close to the out-of-bounds line. And they're getting a discussion with Coach Tom Tice down there.
Yeah, that's I've never seen that before without a replay
Nor
review.
have I.
They bring that one back.
Well, there's a break for Har-Ber, and let's see if they can capitalize on this. So with the incomplete pass, it brings up second down now for the Cardinals.
Talking to Coach Tice, they really like their offensive line, their center, their right guard, Jaden Davidson and Braxton at right guard. It's a powerful 2-man front up there, but they have not run behind them yet.
Little fumble in the backfield there. Lester hangs on to the ball. And he's brought down there by Jake Adams, starting off.
Yep, great job realizing the read, and obviously there again we talked about ball security. Farmington almost loses it there, and that really impacts plays. Just that split second allowed us to get back there, and we'll take the TFL.
Absolutely. Kanan Costa there on the tackle as well. Now it brings up a pivotal third down. No gain on the play. Pivotal down, 3rd and 10 for the Cardinal offense. Lester, another bad snap. Do we get a turnover here? Har-Ber jumps on it. And there's a scramble at the bottom of the pile. And Har-Ber has come up with the football.
Great job defensively, fighting through what you thought was a touchdown, coming back, playing your game, getting rid of those nerves a little bit, doing what you're supposed to do, and then all of a sudden, man, that's 3 plays now in the first 2 minutes of this game that the ball security has completely made a difference. And it's a huge break for the Wildcats.
Kayshawn Holder on the recovery. And you said that very well. A change of momentum where you thought you were down 2 scores, turnover. Har-Ber now has a chance to run their offense.
Sudden change. See how we respond.
Bryce Owens in the pistol formation, hands off to Reed McAllister. He's secured it this time.
And Jack Gilder on that left side, that tight end, he played a phenomenal game last week, both receiving and blocking. And there it is, you see it again on that left side. He just seals that defensive end, drives them back almost 5 yards there. Great job by the front 5 and that tight end especially.
Noah Reynolds on the tackle for Farmington. Pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Bryce Owen once again in the pistol formation. Austin Sandoval in motion. Owens sprints out, throws it, have another fumble. Are they calling this a fumble? Well,
no signal yet.
Now they're calling a fumble. Quick pass looked like to Austin Sandoval on the play. Was stripped out.
You know, that's part of, we talked about it last week with Broken Arrow coming into Har-Ber, that away team, those nerves, those things that you got to do to overcome what you would call a home field advantage. But now we're in that seat, and so you just can't make those mistakes. And talking to the coaches before the game, we can't stop ourselves. And so far we've had a couple issues, self-inflicted,
yes,
that have slowed us down.
Towns Boger on the recovery. Farmington offense coming back on the field. 1st and 10. Lester back to pass, throwing deep again. That time overshot his receiver.
Yep. Great job being there by the secondary. Really excited to see how this matchup look. I talked about those 2 interior offensive linemen for Farmington. Let's see if they can hold up against our larger defensive front. I'm very excited to see that matchup tonight. That's something I want to look at, is our nose guards and our middle linebacker holding the box. They haven't really tried to run it up the middle yet. I think they're a little outmatched.
Brings up 2nd down. Lester back to pass, looking. Throws out to the wide side, to the right side. That pass is complete. Dawson Keaton on the reception. And he's brought down there by Sion Wilson. But it looks like they picked up enough for a 1st down.
Yep, they did, and Sion did a great job being there for the tackle. But what you love about our defense is, and I've said it plenty of times, I'm sure I'll say it the rest of the season, they are flying to the ball. And you look like almost the entire defense, maybe 2 defenders weren't in on that tackle there towards the end of that play.
Ball's placed at the 16-yard line, right hash. There's a handoff.
Little pin and pull scheme by Farmington there. Now that play's a tough play to defend with the right downside blocks and good pullers. We do a great job fitting those holes there because you run the pin and pull to give yourself options and several different holes in the front. We did a great job by our linebacker core filling those and not giving them anywhere to go.
Cameron Miller on the carry. No gain on the play. Great stop by the defense. 2nd down. Lester in the pistol formation. Takes a snap. Reads. Hands on. Nope. Keeps. Finds a hole in the middle. And touchdown Farmington.
Yep, and that's that quarterback making a play. That's tough to defend, and you got to understand that quarterback wants to keep it, and he's a talented enough player that you really have to respect him taking that thing, running up the middle.
Aiden Lester on the quarterback keep, 16 yards on the play. Now the score is 13-0 after the touchdown. And Braden Conran on for the extra point for Farmington. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and it is no good, but they got a penalty flag on the play. We'll see what the call is here. Defense was offsides. Not sure if they're going to re-kick or they're going to – they will try to retry the extra point. Not sure if they were going to try to line up to go for two.
Offensively here, you could take advantage of that this early in the ball game. You probably just kick it,
Okay.
Call it good, and move forward.
Conran once again on for the extra point. Keaton is there to hold. Deep snappers Tage Pollard. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and it is good. We've got 8:09 left to play here in the first quarter. Farmington has taken a 14-0 lead over Har-Ber. We'll be back right after these messages.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
Thank you.
Back at Cardinal Stadium. Fast pace, fast, quick action here, especially for Farmington as they scored on their two of their first three possessions, but it all came from for turnovers for against Har-Ber.
It did, and you know, like I said before the game, you know, we talked about ball security, and that's really everything in the game of football, especially tonight. We've got a good football team. Let's give ourselves the opportunity to move the ball down the field, get in our rhythm, go out there and execute our offense, and just play football.
Kickoff is on the way. We've secured it, gets a little bit of a break. Oh, he's brought down there at the 30-yard line.
We got a flag on the play.
That's Zach Miller on the return. Penalty flag is on the play. Big hit there, and he is still down.
Special teams, but it's so hard to, to coach. Not getting those penalties, those blocking the backs, those holding calls. You don't know where that returner is necessarily at, and so as a blocker, you have to be smart. I'm not saying that this flag is on us.
We're waiting to see.
No indication yet.
Waiting to see what the penalty is for, what the call is, and they may be taking a timeout for the injury, but we have not seen anything as of yet. The man down is the man that made the tackle, and he hit Zach Miller right on the knee. Mm-hmm. And we'll see what they're going to do. He's getting up. That's Nate Bullion. He's the starting strong safety. And they've called unsportsmanlike conduct against Har-Ber. I'm not sure what that was. Did not see that. But it's going to back them up 15 yards. So the ball is going to be placed at the 15-yard line. They had originally brought it out to the 30, but the penalty is going to back them up. You want to call half the distance, but the 15 yards, where they will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, you hate to see that, especially in the away stadium. You cannot give up those yards. What was a great return now puts you a little too close to the end zone for comfort.
Bryce Owen comes out back at quarterback, pistol formation. Reed McAllister behind him. He gets the snap. He looks to throw. That's complete. Trayson Wright on the reception.
You know what I love about that is he had the opportunity to step out of bounds there. He didn't turn back in, get the extra yards. That says a lot about who you are as a player. It also says a lot about your offense. Don't take the easy way out. Fight for every single yard, and that was a great job by that receiver.
He picks up 8 yards, brings up 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats. Owens takes the snap, hands it off to Reed McAllister around right side, finds a little bit of hold. He's struggling along. They're trying to rip that ball out. Reed McAllister hangs onto that football and gives Har-Ber the Wildcats first down.
Yes, he does. Great job after contact. There is a flag down on the play. You hate to assume this is going to be on us. Behind right at the line of scrimmage there.
Waiting for the call here. We'll see what it is.
I think the hold.
Holding against Har-Ber. Once again, you talk about self-inflicted wounds, self-inflicted penalties that we're seeing. We've had the 2 turnovers, penalties.
Mm-hmm. which is not something we saw a whole lot of last week.
Correct.
And there's a little bit difference there tonight. We've had a couple more fumbles, a couple more flags. Those are the things that you just have to eliminate in order to compete with a team like the Cardinals.
That's a spot foul, so the ball's going to be brought back to the 14-yard line. 2nd 11. Jet sweep.
One thing we did see last week was a great job by our receiving core blocking downfield, and you saw it right there again. You can tell that's something they've worked on in the offseason, something they've worked on in the spring and the fall camp, and those receivers are taking those men downfield and getting us in good position to convert. Now 3rd and 1. It's a great job by that receiving core.
Zach Miller on the jet sweep picks up about 10, so this is a pivotal 3rd down for the Wildcat offense. Aaron Wilson stands behind Bryce Owens. And there's the handoff to Aaron Wilson. He fights and looks like he probably did pick up the 1st down.
I think they'll give it to it. Great job on the conversion. Just keep moving the chains. That's all you got to do. Just play your ball, be smart, and eliminate those mistakes. And we can move the ball. We've shown it tonight already. And last week we showed it the entire night. So we got a chance to do something special here if we just play our ball game.
Sustained drive is what you'd like to see here out of Har-Ber at this time. Owens takes the ball once again, fakes a handoff, steps back. He's going to throw. Got a man downfield. Falls incomplete. That pass was for Hayden Branch. They call him Uno Branch. Falls incomplete, brings up 2nd down.
And then that's one thing, too, talking to the coaches before the game. Last week we didn't take a whole lot of shots. It was come out here, let's run our offense, let's do our thing. Tonight they did mention they may shoot that ball around a little bit and take those shots when we have them.
Owens takes the ball, going to play quarterback keep, finds a little bit of roll. He brings it out. Wiley Stoltz on the tackle, but that's going to be enough for a Har-Ber Wildcat 1st down.
Yeah, great job by that quarterback, and now we're going to that tempo. You love to see it.
This worked a little bit last week. Aaron Wilson on the carry. Bottled up inside. Pick up of maybe 2. The offensive line had a little bit of surge there.
Yep, yes, they did. And I love that offensive line led by Mark Ballard there at center. Talked about him last week. He's a very physical player. And we mentioned he's undersized. He's not that much undersized. And he plays like a very large football player out there. And you can tell he's commanding that offensive line.
Ball's going to be placed at the 39-yard line. They are moving right to left on your television screen. Owens takes the ball. Rushed out, throws it. That ball is complete. That's Jack Gilder.
Great heads-up play by the quarterback there. Wrapped up, almost going down. Able to see his receiver make that 2nd read and get the ball out of his hands.
Able to get the ball out. And that's going to be pick up about 6. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 again for Har-Ber. Owens, once again, Reed McAllister behind him. Fake the handoff. There's a pass a little bit behind Hayden Branch on that throw.
Yep, call was there. You got to execute it, get the ball in your receiver's hands, and you convert on a very crucial 3rd down. Offense is still on the field.
4th down, offense once again still staying on the field. We'll see if they're going to go for it.
And these are those conversations you have with your defensive coordinator, and they make the decision to punt.
Looks like they're going to be switching out for the punt team. Bryce Owens is the punter for Har-Ber. Last week hit a few short kicks, and he always has that threat to run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's extremely dangerous to be able to be multidimensional here on punt.
Owens, he's looking to throw. It's going to be a fake. He's got a man, and he had Jack Gilder for just a moment. It was broken up by their safety punt returner. We do have a flag on the play.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to go against Har-Ber. We'll wait for the call. Ineligible man downfield is the call against Har-Ber. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. Gutsy call right there.
It was. Those are the things, though, that throughout the week you see something on the return team, like you mentioned, when you have a punter who can run the ball. Looked like right there the return team was crowded up on the line of scrimmage. We definitely had our receiver. We had a chance there to complete that, and obviously their returner comes in and breaks it up.
So Farmington's going to take over at the 45-yard line of Har-Ber.
Man,
This will be their fourth possession of the first quarter. And we'll see if the Har-Ber defense can muster some strength to stop them here on this drive. 1st and 10. Lester back to pass. He's going to throw. He throws it outside. Aiken Johnson on the reception.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier the difference between stepping out of bounds in that situation or turning upfield and getting some plays. And Cardinals elected there to just take the couple yards and play it safe.
He's going to pick up 3 yards. 2nd and 7 for the Cardinal offense. Har-Ber defense like to have another takeaway right here.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Lester in that pistol formation. Drops back to pass. Being scrambled. Gets out of the box. Finds a little bit of room. And he's brought down there by Jake Adams.
Yeah, you got to be able to keep an eye on that quarterback, especially in the rush. And that's tough to ask of a defensive lineman, but whenever you're playing a quarterback like what they have here, you have to be able to collapse that pocket, which we just did, but also be able to make that tackle and don't let him slip out.
Cameron Bisbee also on the stop, but that's going to be enough for a first down for the Cardinals. Ball is placed at the 33-yard line. Now we see a handoff coming right side. Oh, upended. And that's Grayson Daspit on the tackle.
Daspit did some good things last week as well. He's a smart football player, is what it looks like from up here in the box.
Coach's son.
Coach's son. That helps for sure.
Yeah. Farmington up quickly again. That time Cameron Bisbee on the tackle. We'll get that number for Farmington. Do not have that right away, but we'll get that here to you. But that's a pickup of enough for a first down.
And part of these games is you have to ride the wave a little bit. And, the beginning of these games, those nerves, the intensity of playing in the away stadium, you got to take the punches, and once their momentum slows down a little bit, then you attack.
That's Brenner Watkins has been carrying the tote for the last 2 plays. Now we've got Lester running on the outside. Escapes 1, escapes 2. That time the third man got him. That's Jake Adams once again on the carry, or on the stop.
And you can tell we're there. You can tell we're there on that contain. But then again, you miss those 2 tackles. You give them a chance to run. You just can't let it happen.
Lester's a pretty elusive guy.
He is. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Got to be able to wrap up on these guys because he is quick. So that's a pickup of 2 after all the scrambling. 2nd and 8. Lester calling plays out. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Here comes the defense. I think they've swamped him this time. Jake Adams on the quarterback sack this time.
Very physical play by our defensive line there. You saw some bodies flying around. You love to see that out of a defensive front.
Great play. Jake Adams last week had a phenomenal game. He had over 7 solo tackles, 1 tackle for loss. We're going to see this. Looks like got another tackle for loss.
Yep. And that's what happens as a defensive lineman. You take that old lineman, put him on his butt, and sometimes he's going to hold you on his way down. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Penalty was against Farmington. Declined to take the play. That was a loss of about 4 yards. So it brings up, here we go, pivotal third down. You think first quarter, it is pivotal. 3rd and 12 for the Farmington offense. Lester in that pistol formation. Takes a snap, looks right, throws right, and there's a little screen pass, tunnel screen.
And the spot's going to be close.
That's Dawson Keaton on the reception. Had that little tunnel screen set up beautifully. And we're looking, it looks like that's going to be 4th down. Defense held.
Yes, they did.
And we'll see here if they're going to, looks like they're going to go for the field goal. But if they hold this true, now the quarterback's coming back out. So they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Bringing in a heavy package.
Lester's going under center. And Har-Ber jumped off sides.
Yep.
Getting ready to say we need to watch the ball on this
play.
play.
Watch the ball. that is day one. Bring out your big guys in that situation. Bring out some intensity. Get the defense excited and a little too excited.
I always remember hearing Coach John Madden say, "You're right over the ball. How can you not? How can you move watching right over the ball?"
Yeah.
So
well, it's easy. It's easy to say up here in the box.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But that is something that you have to clean up. We've a little bit too much yellow out here in this first quarter.
So it's going to be 1st and goal. Ball's placed at the 9-yard line. Farmington has it again, going into the south end zone, marching that way. He's back to pass. He throws. That ball is complete.
Brings up 2nd down again. It's play your ball game. This is a tough spot to be in. You're on the 1-yard line. It'd be interesting to see if they bring up that formation again.
Cameron Miller on the reception.
And they do.
Here comes the heavy formation. Lester under center. Goal line defense for Har-Ber. There's a mix-up in the backfield. And Har-Ber has got him stuffed in the backfield.
Great job defensively. Now obviously, we'll take the mishap there by the Farmington offense. But you look at those extra tight ends, extra O-linemen they bring out there. They're in 4-point stances, and those players are about to fire off that rock, and that helps us when they have a little miscue.
Tony Berry on the stop. Linemen like to get down on those. Whoever gets the lowest usually wins that.
No, there's no doubt. Getting in a 4-point stance
yes.
is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
As an offensive lineman.
3rd and goal now at the 9-yard line where they started from, so that was a loss of 8 yards. Now Lester's back to pass. He's scrambling again, and he's brought down in the backfield again. Mm-hmm. Back-to-back sacks for the Wildcats, and that's Kayshawn Holder on the sack.
And we had an open receiver there in the flats. It's a very, very great thing that we had our defensive line right up on that quarterback. That could have been a dangerous situation.
Great pickup by the defense there. It'll be 4th and 13. We've got about 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter, so we're probably going to let this run out. Rough start. Looks like the defense settled down just a little bit, but we are at the end of the first quarter. Farmington leads right now 14-0 over your Har-Ber Wildcats. We'll be back right after these messages from the Springdale Athletic Foundation.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown.
We're back for the start of the second quarter. Farmington up 14-0. They're going for the field goal here. Braden Conrick, for the field goal attempt. This will be for 30 yards out. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and it looks no good. Do we have another penalty on the play?
We had a couple guys right there in his face, which we saw last week. Let's see if we can get one this week.
Encroachment against Har-Ber. That'll bring up 4th and 9, or 4th and goal at the 9. We'll see if they're going to keep the field goal team on the field. Looked like that field goal was missed.
Yep.
Could have been a big break for Har-Ber, but they're getting another chance here.
It was self-inflicted.
Braden Conrad once again. Field goal attempt now. It is a 25-yard field goal attempt. Har-Ber defense looking for a block or maybe a miss. Snaps down. Kick is up.
Again, no good.
Again, no good.
All right, we got away with one there.
Har-Ber defense holds, and they will be receiving the ball here. And, Coach, let's talk about a little bit this last week. We talked to the coach a little bit, and, we talked about how the kids responded. This is one thing that Coach Danaher thought. He thought the kids played extremely hard last week, battled the whole game. That's what you'd like to see, battled the whole game, and really proud of them. And looking to limit those mistakes. We saw a few here in the first quarter. I think now the second quarter we might see maybe it's something a little bit better.
No, you're absolutely right, and so is Coach. You got to clean it up. We talked about the issues that we're having are issues that are fixable, which is, as a coach, best case scenario, you want to be able to fix the problems that you have week 0. We just got to fix them.
Reed McAllister takes the first handoff. He's going around left end, got a little bit of room, pushed out of bounds. That's Kingston London.
And there it is. It's really like we talked about earlier, riding that wave. You get the first quarter out of the way. You make a couple mistakes. Can you move forward? Which that play right there proves that you can. Run your offense, go out there, play your game, and settle down a little bit. Go out there, have fun, hit somebody in the mouth, and we'll have a ball game.
Reed McAllister on the big run. Now he's taking out Aaron Wilson in the backfield.
It's okay, you're just live. So.
Bryce Owens hands it off to Aaron Wilson, finds another little bit of a hole. Pick up about 6 on the play.
Love to see the run game working. Last week we talked about we had a couple 1-yard gains, 2-yard gains, and eventually those will pop. Tonight we've had a couple bigger gains. Keep it up. Keep that momentum. Keep that rolling. Keep executing. Stay with it. Wouldn't be surprised though to see one of those shots that Coach is talking about on a second down.
See right here that you've got nobody in the backfield. Man in motion. I think that's Jack Gilder. Drops back to pass. There's a throw right there to Austin Sandoval. Gets away from one. Was brought down by the second guy.
Yeah, that's number 4, Trevor Harvey there that missed that tackle. And Coach was talking about their defensive ends, very quick defensive ends, as well as their linebacker here at Farmington. He was a defensive end last year, ran a 4.5 40, which is not bad as a high school athlete. But they've got a quick defense. And so when you're going to run a screen like that offensively as no lineman, you've got to get out there, get out in front of them.
Ball's placed at the 44. Third down for Har-Ber. Once again, empty backfield. Bryce Owens back to pass, throws over the middle. He's got a man, and he breaks a tackle. Breaks another one. He's got a little bit of room on the right side. He's going downfield, and he's brought down. That is Zach Miller on the reception.
I love it. Absolutely love it. And you look at we talked about stepping out of bounds versus getting downfield, and you saw it right there. He lowered his shoulder, had the chance to step out, and he gains a huge gains for the Har-Ber offense. Now we're in the red zone.
Ball's going to be placed at the 11-yard line. Har-Ber now is going left to right on your television screen. First down. Have some momentum here. Let's see what they do. Reed McAllister in the backfield along with Bryce Owens in that pistol formation. Hand off to to Reed. Pick up of a couple yards.
You see that whole left side of our offense pulling around to the right. You love to see 4 pullers. It's beautiful. You can maintain those blocks. That's a tough play to defend, especially with our size up front.
Second down, just underway here in the second quarter. Farmington really controlled the first quarter. Har-Ber is on the move. Hands off once again to McAllister. Got a little bit of room in the middle. Broke back to the left a little bit. Brings him down to about the 5-yard line.
You love the balance of the run. Couple passes mixed in there. Now you're on the 5-yard line. You got to make a decision. Third down.
Offensive line seems like they're moving a few people around. Like to see a little bit more, about 5 yards worth here.
5 yards. We tell our offensive linemen, score with your defender. Pick up that D lineman, finish on that red turf, and the ball carrier will find it.
And Reed McAllister, he takes it in. Touchdown, Har-Ber Wildcats.
Beautiful.
Reed McAllister out for 5 yards.
And you watch that offensive line, and that whole defensive front just gets knocked back about 3 yards back and out to the right, give our running back room to cut. You tell the O-lineman, don't make his decision for him, right? Drive your guys straight back. Let your running back be your running back. He's a little more athletic, and he proved it there, found the end zone.
Brady Roland Reynolds in for the extra point. Great drive by Har-Ber there. Snaps down. Kick is up, and it is good. Coach, we got a brand new ball game.
Yes, we do.
14-7. 8:48 left to play here in the first half. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Harps. Hometown fresh.
Back at Farmington Stadium, Coach, I will say this. Har-Ber kind of weathered the storm.
Did.
First quarter, come out this second quarter, established a run.
Yep.
We've got a new ball game.
Yep, like we talked about, take those punches, ride the wave. Now those nerves have settled a little bit. Now you can go out there and play football. Go out there, play clean, do the things that you're coached to do, the things that we showed on film last week that we can do, and then there you just saw it. I mean, we're able to move the ball very efficiently downfield. Now defensively, go out there, get that stop, play clean in the secondary. Don't shoot yourself in the foot, and we got ourselves a real ball game here.
Reynolds is set up to kick off. Back deep, we've got Carter Hutcherson. One man is back there. And the kick is underway. I believe this is Carter Richardson.
Huge tackle. Great job by our kick team. Man, he was on top of that. That was a very physical play right there.
A little bit of excitement seen out of this Har-Ber Wildcat defense.
That was Moore on the tackle. Very, very physical, violent hit, and he's a pretty good football player.
J.J. Moore was on the kickoff return for Farmington, and the ball is going to be brought out to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Great stand by the Har-Ber defense last go-around. We'll see what they can do here. Aiden Carter been able to scramble a little bit. Was able to stop him on the last series of play, but now he's going to be scrambling outside, left side. And,
man. We talked about him. He's a physical football player. Man, you catch that ball, that's a huge sudden change, but still great job being there to get the pass breakup.
Siler Moore had it right in his hands. That's okay. Nice breakup. Pass incomplete, brings up 2nd down.
Farmington likes to get Aiden Lester out on the perimeter. It's very obvious, and like we talked about earlier, that's something they had a lot of success with last year. Great job stopping it on that 1st down.
Lester brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. He's there by Cameron Miller. And now we got another flag. That looks like it's going to go against Farmington. False start against Farmington is going to back them up 5 yards. Coach would like to see this. Once again, momentum's kind of switched a little bit. Pass breakup, penalty.
Yep, and that's the game. So momentum swings in an instant in football, and right now you can feel it on our sideline a little bit.
Brings up 2nd down, 15. Lester back to pass, scrambled out. Still scrambling. I think they may have him in the backfield once again. He's hanging on. Now he throws that.
Wow.
Now I'm not sure if that was in the grass, but they're going to let him throw that.
Great job by our defense. That's a dangerous play. The quarterback tossed that up, but we got a flag late.
See what the call is here. Oh, my.
Wow.
Will White had him in his grasp, could not bring him down. He throws it away, and now we've got unsportsmanlike conduct. That's the 2nd one against Har-Ber in this game. Don't know if it's the same P. I'm not exactly sure who it was on.
Yeah, got to clean that up. That's just unnecessary, especially on a play like that. Man.
Would have been 3rd down, but with the penalty, it's going to bring it out to where it will bring a 1st down for Farmington.
On the play before, we do such a great job of containing that dangerous quarterback while maintaining coverage. He had no options, and if we can continue to do that, we'll have success. But you got to be smart.
1st and 10. They bring the ball out to the 39-yard line of Farmington. They're moving right now right to left on your television screen. Lester in the pistol formation. Takes it. He hands this off. It's Cameron Miller. Comes around left side, and he's tripped up.
Yeah, good job with the shoestring there, and then following up. We talk about flying around to the football defensively. If you can get a hand on somebody, slow them down, it's very obvious that the rest of this Wildcat defense is going to show up to help you.
Gannon Costa got his hand in there, tripped him up a little bit. Pick up a 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7 for the Cardinals.
Offensively on 2nd down, you want to get half. You want to get half of what your goal is here. Very important 2nd down here as we're still in Cardinal territory. A turnover on their side of the field is big.
We'll call up a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6 for the for the Cardinals. Lester drops back to pass very quickly. Dawson Keaton on the reception. Quick stop there. That's Zion Wilson on the stop.
Flying around. I don't know if they quite got half of that on that second down, so it puts us in a good spot in third down here just to play our ball game.
Pickup of about 3 yards, 3rd and 3. Once again, we talk about pivotal downs. 14-7 is your score here in the second quarter.
And I like Zion Wilson out there. He's a ball player.
Lester calling out the signals. Now back in the pistol formation, trying to jump off sides. Did they call it?
They called it. Man.
Oh, they called false start against Farmington.
All right.
Tables turned just a little bit there, so that's going to be an offside against Farmington. Now it scoots it back 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8 to the 41-yard line. Big break there for Har-Ber.
Huge break.
Seeing kind of going back and forth here a little bit, throwing some punches back and forth.
Yep, the punches are being thrown.
Yep.
Big third down.
3rd and 8 once again for Farmington. Lester back to pass. He's thrown out. He's a little screen pass. Can they stop him here? And the short gain. Cameron Miller was complete. And that's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards. Tough decision. We'll see what they do here. 4th and 5. Looks like the punt team is going to come on.
Yeah, this early in the game, that you have to, especially. And again, you have those conversations with your defensive coordinator, and Coach Tice is obviously a great coach, and he's going to make the decision to kick it here.
Eden Shadden's back deep for the punter for Farmington. And he gets it away. Zach Miller's back there for Har-Ber, goes out of bounds.
Great stop.
Let's take a quick break real quick. We've got 5:39 left to play here in the first half. 14-7 Farmington over Har-Ber. We'll be back right after these messages.
Sometimes a dream car has nothing to do with horsepower or performance.
My dream car is the one that gets me to my job every day. The one that lets me help a friend in need.
I didn't think I had the credit. My credit score wasn't that good. But Car-Mart believed in me.
They believed in me. My dream car? A 2016 Nissan Sentra. What's yours?
Har-Ber's taken over once again. Bryce Owen throws it out left side. Trayson Wright on the reception.
Gosh. The flag, I didn't see that. I don't know what it could be. That was a great job blocking by our receivers on the perimeter, which we talk about a lot, and obviously it's something Coach sees as well.
Penalty flag on the play.
You can only imagine it's going to be a hold.
That's holding against Har-Ber. Well, it started off as a great play. It's going to back them up. Spot foul. So we'll see where they mark the ball. Looks like it's going to be marked around the 13-yard line. Excuse me, 18-yard line. Bryce Owens in the backfield by himself, looks, turns to the right side, got a little bit of room, stiff arm. They've kind of corralled him now. Not much on that play. Actually, looks like maybe lost a little bit.
Yeah, didn't like what he had on the left, tried to make a play out of it. You got to appreciate holding on to the ball in that situation. That can get dangerous real quick. Live to play another down.
So we'll call it 2nd and 21 for the Har-Ber offense. Looking to keep this thing close. Now Owens is back to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle. Got a man. He's off to the races.
Got him.
Trayson Wright on the reception, and he has just scored for the Har-Ber touchdown.
Beautiful. Gosh, what a great executed play. The offensive line gave him time. Our receiver's wide open. What a great play call there. We talked about they're gonna shoot some shots, And they did right there. Man, a huge, huge play for Har-Ber.
86 yards on the pass and reception. Great play on second down. And now here comes the pivotal extra point to tie this ball game up. 4:52 left to play here in the first half. Reynolds on for the extra point. Here's the snap. It is down. Kick is up. And by Georgie, we've got a tie ball game.
There we go.
4:52 left to play here in the first half. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back right after these messages. You're listening to Har-Ber Wildcat Football on the Springdale Athletic Foundation.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home. Connect with a personal banker and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Back here at Cardinal Stadium, we've had a tale of two halves. Farmington dominated pretty much the first half. Har-Ber's come out and kind of took control of the second half, Coach.
Yes, they have. And you know, we talked about that last play. And to be able to call that shot and for your offensive line to execute like they did an incredible job giving him time. Coach Galcagney had him dialed up. You love to see it.
Reynolds on for the kickoff. Keaton and Moore back deep for the Cardinals. And this ball's going to sail into the end zone. Going to be a touchback. Ball's going to be brought out to the 20-yard line where Farmington will take over. 1st and 10. One thing I'll say, a lot of people are very aware of Coach Tommy Tice. Mm-hmm. And you think a little bit how he's adapted over the years. He come out of retirement to do this. So kind of maybe explain what you've seen with Coach Tice over the years.
Well, what you've seen with him is every scenario that he's put in, there's some wisdom there. You know, you have your younger coaches who might make a decision based on emotion, you know, based on momentum. Coach Tice has been there, done that. He's won those, he's lost those, and you can see those with his play calls, and you can see that by his coaching staff as well.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Once again, ball's 20-yard line. Lester back in the shotgun formation, drops back to pass in the middle. Now he's throwing it down deep and overshoots his receiver.
Love to see our defensive backfield stepping up and sticking with their man, not getting too concerned with Lester. Obviously, being there in case something happens where he does break something, but they are doing a much better job this quarter than they were in the first of sticking to their receivers and finishing that play out. And you see it right there, and hopefully you'll see it the rest of this night.
Looked like that pass was intended for Dawson Keaton, falls incomplete. 2nd down. A little over 4 minutes, 4:46 left to play here in the first half. Now once again, Lester back to pass over the middle. Got a man. Tony Berry there on the stop.
Yep, big 3rd down. He likes to step out of bounds there. We'll take the 3rd down. Looks like they're backing him up. No, they're not.
Pushed out of bounds there by Tony Berry once again. So a pickup of 6, 3rd and 4 for the Har-Ber defense, who's been playing superbly here in the second quarter. See what they've got planned for the Farmington offense right here. Lester, pistol formation again, drops back to pass. Here comes the rush, spins out, comes left,
Contain.
Throws, and he's wide open. And here comes the defense. We'll see that's Cyan Wilson. What a great recovery by Cyan Wilson.
Yep. And quarterback took a hit as he throws, still down on the field. Took a big hit. And, you know, we just talk about being able to contain him, was sticking on those receivers. And that was one where we kind of let our eyes trick us a little bit. But somebody hit that quarterback pretty good.
So it looks like Lester's down for a little bit. And we're going to take a timeout while they look at him. We'll be back right after these messages. We've got a tie score here at Cardinal Stadium.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
Hi, I'm Mary Jordan. Springdale Public Schools is launching a free weekly podcast called Springdale Today, which will feature news relevant to Springdale families. Springdale Today will feature educational news, district staff and students, as well as influential members of the Springdale community. I hope you'll join us as the free Springdale Today podcast premieres Wednesday, September 11th at noon on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. I look forward to chatting with you more about what's happening in Springdale today.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, once again, Lester took a big hit. He's out of this play. They've got Sladen Norwood in as the backup. We'll see what he can do with this offense. 1st and 10, ball at the 19-yard line. Bad snap. We've got a stoppage of play. Looks like another flag on the play. Encroachment against Har-Ber. Well, you just hate to see things like that as we get started on this next series here. Ball's placed at the 14, be 1st and 5 for the Cardinal offense. Cameron Miller offset the quarterback. Norwood back to pass. He throws, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, great job. We were right there on him, right there behind him. Almost looked like it could have been a pick. Slade Norwood, still a very talented quarterback. You hate to see anybody get carted off or taken off the field for injury, especially a quarterback as talented as Aiden Lester. Hopefully he is okay.
Looked like Siler Moore back there defending, also Tony Berry back there. Ball is incomplete, brings up 2nd and 5. Norwood back in that pistol formation. Gets a snap, looks right, throws right, got a man. Defense is trying to corral him there. That's Aiken Johnson on the reception.
Yep. Got to find a way up front to get some pressure on the new quarterback coming into the game. He comes in, makes 2 pretty good throws. We need to get some pressure in his face, and that's just a defensive emphasis by those guys up front.
Look, about an 8-yard pickup, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Cardinals. Ball is placed at the 7-yard line. Going right to left, television screen.
2 receivers to the boundary.
Norwood in that pistol formation. Looks like it's a handoff up the middle.
Yeah, right behind that center right guard we talked about earlier that Farmington coaches are high on. You got to be able to stop that momentum from those guys up front.
Cameron Bisbee called his name a couple of times tonight. Looks like in on part of the tackle. 2nd down, pick up a 4. 2nd and goal. Richardson and Miller offset each other. There's a handoff. That is Miller.
And they come right back to it.
And that is going to be a Farmington touchdown. That is Cameron Miller on the 3-yard scamper round right side. So that brings our score up to 20-14. 2 minutes left to play. 2:51 left to play here in the first half. Once again, we see penalties.
Yep, you see penalties hurt us. And again, we talked about, our eyes coming off of those receivers late on that play. You know that Aiden can make a play with his legs, but you got to protect through the air.
Braden Conran on for the extra point. There's another flag.
Another one.
We've been inundated with flags tonight. And we've got a false start against Farmington this time, so they'll back it up 5 yards for a retry of the extra point. Find some cement to put in those flag holders a little bit so they don't come out as much.
Yeah. We need to get rid of that the rest of this game.
Once again, Conran in for the extra point. This time it's back at the 15-yard line. So 25-yard extra point here. And it's down. Kick is up. And this time it is good. 2:51 left to play in the first half. Farmington's up 21-14 over Har-Ber. We'll be back right after these messages on the Springdale Athletic Foundation.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
We're back here at Cardinal Stadium. Farmington takes the ball. Giving up a big play there. Aiden Lester threw this big long pass, was complete. But during that play, he was taken out. Slade Nordwood come in, directed him right down the field to the next touchdown. So we got 2:51 left to play here in the first half.
Well, defensively with a new quarterback, especially one behind Aiden Lester, you have to adjust what they're going to do offensively because it's a whole different ballgame.
Zach Miller on the return for Har-Ber. Brings it out to looks around the 30-yard line. 2:46. Coach, we'd like to see a sustained drive here going into the halftime.
You would. You know, you got a little under 3 minutes here. Offensive line-wise, you talk about running to win. Control the clock. Nice and easy, play your ball game, get down the field, and don't give Farmington any time and finish in the end zone.
Owens in the pistol formation. Reed McAllister behind him. It's going to be handoff. Reed McAllister, big hole up the middle. He breaks one tackle, dragging people with him.
You love to see it. You love to see the run game, and they're coming back to that tempo.
Sam Reynolds on the tackle, but boy, what a great run by Reed McAllister. First down. Owens once again hands the ball off. McAllister up the middle again. Starting to see this offensive line lean on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Looks like about a pickup of 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6, have plenty of time. But you do like to see that little tempo back and forth a little bit, keep them off balance.
You do. When you get that first down, you're able to get set. That takes the call out of the defensive coordinator's hands. And now you're making a high school athlete line up and play football.
Now Owens fakes the handoff, rolls out right, throws.
Great catch.
It is complete. What a great catch. That's Grayer Graham on the reception.
Mm-hmm. Into double coverage, makes the play, is smart with it.
1st and 10, ball's placed at the 36. Up-tempo once again. Owens back to pass, throws it again to Graham. Graham outside to the right side, goes out of bounds. Knocks a few people over. And that's going to pick up of about 2 on the play, we'll call it. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Once again, Coach, we see plenty of time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're doing such a fine balance of holding the ball, but also you want to find the end zone. So,
absolutely.
So obviously, priority there is to find that red turf.
Owens calling out the signals. Wilson back behind him. He rolls out left. Looks like a quarterback draw. Finds a little bit of daylight. And he is brought down.
Yeah, he's such a talented quarterback to be able to move like that, and obviously he's a dual threat. He can make those plays with his legs, and you love to see him have that opportunity.
And it looks like we've called a timeout. Har-Ber's called the first timeout of the half. 1:32 left to play here in the first half. Har-Ber is marching down the field. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back right after these messages.
Goodbye, guessing. Hello, confidence. So long, stress. Hello, security. Farewell, running to the bank. Hello, banking from anywhere. Get a quick view of your balance, block lost debit cards, and quickly deposit checks anywhere, anytime with a highly rated Arvest Go mobile app from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Coach, coming into this last 1:35 here, they reset the clock a little bit. Kind of give us a game plan what you might see here going into the score, hopefully.
Hopefully this is a situation you prepared for, and you have a play call for this exact moment. This is a huge down for Har-Ber, and this is something, like I said, you've got a little box on your play call sheet there for this situation, this scenario that hopefully gets us across those chains.
3rd and 6. Big down for the Har-Ber Wildcat offense. Bryce Owens in the pistol formation, drops back to pass. He looks one way, throws it against the other to the right side, and that is Trayson Wright.
Got a flag.
Flag on the play. See what the call is here.
No flag.
Well, they're picking up the call. Well, pick up that flag and stuff them in there for a little while. So, going to be pickup. It's going to be pickup of 3 yards, but this is 4th down. I think it's kind of necessary maybe to go for it. Once again, maybe not leave Farmington a lot of time, so this might be a good call here.
Yep. You're going to go for it here, but you're probably going to let that clock wind down just a little bit. You've got 35 seconds on your play clock. Let that guy roll for a second.
4th down, big 4th down. Bryce Owens, pistol formation. Reed McAllister in the backfield. Now we've got a timeout by Farmington.
Yeah, and Farmington's thinking the same thing. In case they do get the ball back here, they want time on the clock.
We'll keep it here for right now, but let's talk about this for just a moment of time. You know, asking Coach, once again, Coach Dannenhauer, how the boys responded after last week. You know, he said they responded great. Mm-hmm. You can see it tonight. Maybe the first quarter had a little bit of jitters going on the road for the first time, but they have a chance to win a ball game if they play a little cleaner. Going to have to clean it up from the first quarter, which they did the second quarter, and stay motivated. It looks like they're staying a little motivated.
They're motivated, and you're glad that's not the issue. And the issue, not that there is an issue, but the thing that you want to focus on during your practice week are all those things we talked about last week, and they've done that. For the most part, we've had a significant improvement in coverage. Again, with that quarterback, it's tough to balance keeping him contained while sticking with your guy, but we were able to do that. And now with a new quarterback coming in for Farmington, that game changes just a little bit.
We will keep you up to date on that, whether he comes back in the second half or not. But right now, it's 4th down for Har-Ber. And he's going to take the snap, roll out left. He's going to throw. Got a man open. Trayson Wright on the completion. That's a big first down for Har-Ber.
Huge first down. And again, we talked about the play call being dialed up, and there it was. That's what that's on that little box on that play call sheet, and they executed it very well. And we're able to get out of bounds to stop the clock, give you a second to come back to that huddle.
Great response there on 4th down. Har-Ber looking to move in to tie this score if possible before half. 50 seconds left to play. Bryce Owens in the backfield. Hands off. Nope. Keeps. Throws over the middle. And that looks like that may be incomplete.
Mm-hmm. Tough throw. We had a guy that we had a chance there to make a play. But, again, you live to fight another down. And we'll take second down here with 45 seconds left.
That pass was intended for Graham. Falls just a bit incomplete. Now 2nd down and 10. Still plenty of time. Plenty of the playbook. Owens takes the snap, and he hands it off to Reed McAllister. He's got a little bit of room, and he runs it down to the 10-yard line.
Man, and you see our center pulling around there to make a block. That's an impressive thing to do, to be able to snap the ball, get around, and get yardage, and here we are in tempo.
Hurry up offense. Hands off once again. McAllister's there. Bulls over somebody. This is going to be close. Looks like they're calling it 4th down from the field. And it looks like we've got another timeout. 20 seconds left to play. Let's take one more quick timeout before the end of the half. We'll be back right after these messages. We are back with the pivotal 4th down again. Last time they were successful, a pass to Trayson Wright, got him the first down. 22 seconds left to play here in the first half. Offense is coming back on the field. We talk about being disciplined, watching the ball. Here, in this case, we're trying to draw them offside maybe. But Bryce Owen brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Reed McAllister in the backfield. He calls for the snap, hands off. Reed McAllister's churning, and it looks like he's got the first down.
You love to, in the play before, you see him lower his helmet and get what he can get, and there it works out for us. We are first and goal.
What a great run. Coach, we saw right there the movement of the offensive line. We've seen better movement in the second quarter with this offensive line.
Yep. Yes, we have. And again, you love to see it. You love to see us continue to come back to the run. And we've seen a couple of these break a little bit, but you got to keep pushing it, and you got to keep knocking on the door. And then here in a second, I believe you'll see us kick that door open and bust one to the end zone.
So we've got 16 seconds left to play here before the halftime. Har-Ber's marching. They're down at the 9-yard line. They're going to be first and go. Maybe have 2, maybe 3 shots here at the end zone. Out of timeouts. But let's see what Har-Ber can do, see if they can punch this thing in, tie this score up before going into halftime. Bryce Owen brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. He's in the pistol formation again. Reed McAllister back behind him. Calling out the snap. Brings it, rolls it right. He's looking, he's throwing, and it is just out of the reach.
Just barely. Man, that was a well-placed ball, just a hair outside of the end zone there.
That was for Graham, just at the end of the pylon over there, but out of his reach.
Mm-hmm.
Brings up 2nd and 9, 11 seconds left to play. We'll see if we have another rollout on the play, drop back. Let's see what he can do here. Don't want to take a quarterback sack.
No.
And now we see may have another timeout. Timeout Farmington. 11 seconds left to play. We'll keep it right here once again. See this kind of the chess match going back and forth with the two coaches.
Well, what we talked about earlier on that critical third down that we converted, you got that box for those third down plays in that situation. Well, you have one for this situation too. Whenever you're inside the 10-yard line, the field changes dramatically. Both offensively, defensively,
right.
What you're calling, what you're able to do. So he's going to another box on that play call sheet, and this is one of those scenarios that you definitely spend the greater part of one of your days of practice working on. So very interesting to see the difference in our offense and how it changes here on the 9-yard line.
11 seconds left to play, so they're coming back to the line of scrimmage. Har-Ber would like to tie this thing up before going into halftime. Owens brings his team out. Reed McAllister once again behind him. He takes a snap, drops straight back. He throws. And it is caught. Touchdown, Har-Ber Wildcats.
Man.
Trayson Wright on the 9-yard reception, and we are a point away from a tie score.
Beautiful execution there. We talked about Coach having the play call. But a play call can only get you so far. It's all about the guys out there on the field who execute it. Offensive line, quarterback tosses it up, and the receiver makes a great play. That was a beautiful execution by this offense.
Great drive by the Har-Ber offense to get it 1 point away here from the tie. And we'll see if Brody Reynolds can do that for us. 7 seconds left to play. Here's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it is good. By Georgie, we've got a tie ball game. 7 seconds left to play. Let's take one more quick timeout, and we'll come right back before the halftime's over. 21-all here at Cardinal Stadium.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
What a ball game we have here tonight, Friday night, second week of high school football. Farmington, Har-Ber, we've got a 21-all score, 7 seconds left to play. Coach, what a great drive we saw there by the Wildcats before the end of the half.
Absolutely. That's just the mark of a team that's confident in what they're doing. You go out there and you're able to execute. In those situations, those nerves can kind of come back up again. But them to be able to sit down and execute and make some crucial conversions to move the ball right back down the field and find the end zone with 7 seconds left.
Reynolds comes up. Looks like it's going to be a squib kick down the middle. And
Oh
there's
my
a little
gosh.
touch on the play. And he covers it back up. That could have been a disaster for them, but they were
Yes.
covering it back up.
Yep.
And that was Ethan Richardson on the stop there. It looks like we've got a Har-Ber person down at the end zone.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe a cramp. I don't know if he's holding his knee there. We'll try to get that number here momentarily.
Didn't look like very much contact there. Just maybe, yeah, it looks like a cramp.
Looks like a cramp. You know, we looked at. Can't really complain too much about the weather. Weather's been pretty nice. You know, not a lot of humidity going on and heat. But sometimes when you're playing, you're running around. Sometimes that hydration's not as there as much, so you're going to see cramps like this.
Yeah, and that's something you have to attack that throughout the week. And it's been a little cooler, and when it gets cooler, you don't think about it as much, and you still have that same ability to cramp up. Got to force down the liquids.
And he's hobbling off on his own power once again, trying to get that number there. And I do apologize, cannot see it right away. He's to the side of me. But anyway, he's limped off. We've got 7 seconds left to play here. We'll see if it's going to be a kneel down before halftime. Once again, their quarterback, Aiden Lester, did not come back out. Hit in the last series, so this is going to be Slade Norwood, and he just takes the ball and kneels it down. What a ball game we've had here. Farmington controlled the first quarter. Har-Ber's come out, put 21 on the second quarter, and we've got a tie score, 21-21. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the 20 minutes of halftime for the second half.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause. When you buy a meal, Tacos for Life donates the proceeds to provide a meal to starving children. Download the Tacos for Life app for ongoing promotions and free food for our friends right here in Springdale. Great food for a great cause. Tacos for Life, 1210 JTL Parkway in Springdale.
I'm Don Strubing. It's because of the generosity of people like you we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feed program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Zach Arns. I'm voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
thank you.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution. Connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feed program. I'm Cassie Lloyd, the head volleyball coach at Har-Ber High School, and without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Brandy Davis, girls basketball coach at Central Junior High. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your generosity.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Har-Ber's. Hometown fresh.
Sometimes a dream car has nothing to do with horsepower or performance.
My dream car is the one that gets me to my job every day. The one that lets me help a friend in need.
I didn't think I had the credit. My credit score wasn't that good. But Car-Mart believed in me.
They believed in me. My dream car, a 2016 Nissan Sentra. What's yours?
America's Car-Mart. You keep the dream, and we'll keep you on the road.
I'm Jason Jones, principal at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feed program. I am Paul Gree, principal at Har-Ber High School. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale School Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
Hi, I'm Mary Jordan. Springdale Public Schools is launching a free weekly podcast called Springdale Today, which will feature news relevant to Springdale families. Springdale Today will feature educational news, district staff and students, as well as influential members of the Springdale community. I hope you'll join us as the free Springdale Today podcast premieres Wednesday, September 11th at noon on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. I look forward to chatting with you more about what's happening in Springdale today.
My name is Eric Burnett. I am the Assistant Athletic Director for the Springdale School District. I am so grateful for your donations to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Chris Wood, Assistant Athletic Director of the Springdale School District. It's because of the generosity of people like you, we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feed program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
Goodbye, guessing. Hello, confidence. So long, stress. Hello, security. Farewell, running to the bank. Hello, banking from anywhere. Get a quick view of your balance, block lost debit cards, and quickly deposit checks anywhere, anytime with the highly rated Arvest Go mobile app from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I'm Jared Park. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Hi, my name is Brett Hobbs. I'm the head football coach at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Hello and welcome. My name is Donald Tucker. In an effort to continue to provide for our students and connect families across the country, this year we are taking our efforts to a whole new level. Our commitment to the district's children is unwavering. We believe that athletics plays a vital role in the personal growth, character development, and overall well-being. That's why we need your help today. By partnering with us, you become an integral part our journey to empower and uplift these young athletes. Visit our website, www.springdaleathleticfoundation.org, where you can find out more information about our organization, our impact, and how you can help support. So I invite you to stand with us, partner with the Springdale Athletic Foundation, and be a part of something truly special. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our district kids and ensure that Springdale sports continues to set the standards in athletics across the state.
Shot on the way, and good!
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause. When you buy a meal, Tacos for Life donates the proceeds to provide a meal to starving children. Download the Tacos for Life app for ongoing promotions and free food for our friends right here in Springdale. Great food for a great cause. Tacos for Life, 1210 JTL Parkway in Springdale.
I'm Don Strubing. It's because of the generosity of people like you we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feed program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Zach Arns. I'm voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
thank you.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feed program. I'm Cassie Lloyd, the head volleyball coach at Har-Ber High School, and without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Brandy Davis, girls basketball coach at Central Junior High. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your generosity.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Har-Ber's. Hometown fresh.
Sometimes a dream car has nothing to do with horsepower or performance.
My dream car is the one that gets me to my job every day. The one that lets me help a friend in need.
I didn't think I had the credit. My credit score wasn't that good, but Car-Mart believed in me.
They believed in me. My dream car, a 2016 Nissan Sentra. What's yours?
America's Car-Mart. You keep the dream, and we'll keep you on the road.
I'm Jason Jones, principal at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feed program. I am Paul Gree, principal at Har-Ber High School. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale School Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Har-Ber Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
We're back at Cardinal Stadium, and what a great first half we've saw here by both teams. 21-all here as we get ready to start the third quarter. And Brad Spurlock here along with Coach Bray Cook. And Bray, as we look at the first half a little bit, tale of two quarters we've saw. Yep. Farmington come out, saw a few turnovers first go around, got a quick score, a couple quick scores.
Yep.
Har-Ber settled down. Second quarter, they kind of took control, so we've got a tie score. Give me a little thoughts what you saw in the first half.
Well, the most exciting thing for me is to be able to score there right at the end. And you know, as a coach, one of the things, one of our defensive goals was do not let the offense score on the last drive of the half, because it's such a huge momentum changer, momentum everything, to be able to find the end zone before you go into halftime. It completely changes the demeanor when you're in that locker room. And so to go in there after a score like that, and that momentum change and the success we have in the second quarter, you go in there with the energy. Now you're excited to come back out here, continue to play your ball game, right? Don't go back to the flags. Don't go back to those mistakes that we made earlier in the game. Play your ball game. Play it with confidence, and play like we did in that second quarter. And we got a football team.
Turnovers, we did see the first half caused a lot of heartache for the Wildcats, and then also we saw a lot of penalties on both sides of the ball. But couple of things, kind of highlights we saw. Owens to Wright on that 86-yard touchdown pass was kind of the one that got Har-Ber going. That was 86 yards. And Wright had scored 2 touchdowns, one right before the half there. Also Reed McAllister on a 9-yard touchdown run. And so, once again, a little bit of momentum that we see here. And just what we've heard here lately is the quarterback for Farmington, number 17, Aiden Lester, sounded like hyperextended his leg or knee. Probably will not be back, and so Slayton Norwood will be the signal caller for Farmington. So, defensive-wise, how do you look to adjust to something like that?
Well, you know, as a defensive coordinator, when you hear that news, and you hate to hear that news, it does change really everything as far as your game plan, when so much of it, I'm sure, was focused on containing that quarterback. And now, what is this backup? Have you watched the film on him? Do you know what he's able to do? What is your response to that? And that, honestly, we're talking to the coaches before the game, they put so much effort into containing Lester. So now, are you able to pull off on those the outside a little bit and focus on coverage? And that helps you on the back end for sure, until, of course, Norwood comes out and plays his game. So we'll see.
And we'll see how Norwood responds to that. We don't know what kind of quarterback he is. Not heard much about him, but we'll definitely see a lot of him here in the second half. Har-Ber's going to receive the kickoff, and so once again, hoping to make an early statement here in the third quarter as we get ready for second half football. And so we'll see what the coaches have told them here, and they're getting ready to line up. So we're set for a great, exciting ball game. Once again, 21-all, and this is exactly what the doctor ordered for this type of game. So on the road, at least you're tied.
Yes. We started out with some beautiful football weather, and now we're watching some good football. So we'll, like we said, clean it up and let's play a football game.
So Farmington's getting lined up to kick off. That's Braden Conran lining up to kick off. Har-Ber's bringing out their kickoff return team, and we're just a few seconds away to start the second half. Farmington's been very hospitable tonight. They took care of us, very much appreciative of what they've done. Great view from where we're at, great stadium. And they have been very, very gracious to us here tonight at Farmington Stadium. So we're getting lined up for kickoff, and here we go. Kickoff is underway, and we got a stoppage of play.
Sure.
I don't know if they were set and ready to go. We'll try this again. So back deep we have Zach Miller for the Wildcats, also along with Lincoln Pocius. And now maybe we're set for the kickoff, and here we go. And he booms this, and it looks like it's going into the end zone, settling into the end zone. So we got a touchback on the opening kickoff of the second half. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Har-Ber Wildcat offense.
Hey, you like to see our offensive line come back and lock into that run again. We saw a couple busts. You keep on returning to that. You have Jack Gilder, who's a two-dimensional just animal out there, and continue to see him blocking on the edge really gives the Wildcats an advantage, and you'd like to see him come out here right here on this first down.
Big, strong running game in the second quarter, along with Trayson Wright, wide receiver, who picked up a chunk of yardage on that touchdown run. And it's going to be a handoff to Reed McAllister at the beginning. And he stopped immediately after a 1-yard gain.
Yep, pin and pull scheme, a couple big guys around the edge, get tripped up there at the line of scrimmage.
That's a pickup of 1 yard on the play, maybe call it 2. Ball's at the 22, second down. Wildcats wanting to establish some momentum starting out the second half. Once again, they scored with 7 seconds left to play in the first half. And now they receive the ball, the opening kickoff. And looking to move the ball back down the field. They're traveling right to left. Once again, Owens back to pass, fakes the handoff, going down deep. He's got a man. Overshot him just a little bit. That's Austin Sandoval on the at least try a reception, and it falls incomplete.
Well, and you love to see those shots. We talked about they're going to come to those tonight, and they have. And he's right there. If they can connect on one of these deep second down shots, that is a complete momentum changer for our offense.
Just a little bit out of his reach, but it'll bring up third down. See if the Wildcats can sustain the momentum going here in the first possession of the second half. Empty backfield. That's Greer Graham in motion. Bryce Owen takes the ball, drops back to pass, under pressure, scrambles, moves, got a little bit of room, breaks out of one other tackle, got a little bit more room, and he stretches. Let's see if he gets the first down. What a great run. Bryce Owens on the scramble, and they're calling first down for the Wildcats.
Man, what a play by that quarterback, two-dimensional, finding on his feet, and we go to the tempo.
Tempo now. We got Owens out to pass. This is Greer Graham. Picks it up on the little screen, wide receiver screen. He stopped immediately there.
Yep, you love the tempo, and again we go back to those receiver blocking. Couple slipped through there on the home boundary.
Bryce Thompson on the stop. No gain on the play. Ball's on the 31-yard line, right hash.
You love to see us stick with what we're good at, though, and that is those receivers on the edge.
This has been kind of their game plan. Coach talked about they're going to try to do these quick passes and then taking a few deep shots. We've seen that. Owens drops back to pass, looks over the middle, got a man, and that's Sandoval. Sandoval on the reception. He may have the first down.
I think he might. You love the methodical movement. Well executed by the offense. Keep those chains moving. Got a little excited there as we came out. But I think we can come back down to our offense. Let's settle those nerves.
That is a first down for the Wildcats as they're moving here. Start of the second quarter, first possession. Bryce Owens, empty backfield, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. And he's got a man wide open. And that is Trayson Wright. Once again, the big play receiver we saw in the first half. Pick up of another first down.
Yeah, and it's so hard to defend when you see that big pulling guard pull around the left side. As a linebacker, you want to bite and stop the potential run, and that leaves that open for that slot.
Great pickup. Trayson Wright's been on the ball tonight. Great receiving game so far. Now, one thing I will say, I get my directions mixed up sometimes. That was right to left as far as where they're lined. Now they're lined up. 2 down here at the boundary. Owens pass. Once again, this is Greer Graham. Yep. Correction, that's Zach Miller on the reception that time.
When you can throw the ball behind the pin and pull, man, that is just so difficult to defend there. You see 2 of our big old linemen pulling to the right side. You have a tight end and a fullback over there, and it's so heavily overloaded to the field, gives us a shot in the boundary.
3-yard pickup there by Miller. Now we've got 2 to the right. We'll get the directions correct here. If you're like me, you may not want to ride home with me because I don't know where my directions are at. Anyway, we got a man in motion here. Sandoval in motion. Bryce Owens rolls out to the right. Looks, throws deep. He's got a man wide open. Caught.
He's in.
Touchdown. Har-Ber Wildcats. It's
Wow.
that man again, Trayson Wright. 37-yard touchdown for the Har-Ber Wildcats.
Man, that is another play so hard to defend. These coaches have this thing dialed up. When you have the quarterback like Bryce, who you just saw, get so many yards on a crucial third down on his feet, you had to try and defend against that, and there you go. You have a receiver open in the end zone.
Brody Roland Reynolds on for the extra point. What a way to come out of that second half kickoff. Here for the extra point and the lead. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. And we've got a 28-21 score. It's the first time we can say Har-Ber in the lead. 8:52 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll be back right after these messages at the Springdale Athletic Foundation Network.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, Coach, that's what you'd like to see come out of halftime, so your team go down and score on the first possession.
Oh, absolutely. We talked about how important it is to score on the last drive before the half. You go into the locker room with that momentum, you come right back out and march it down the field, and that is just so crucial as far as the momentum goes. And of course, momentum has not been an issue for the Wildcats these last couple games. They're playing hard tonight.
So we got Reynolds there to kick off to the Cardinals. Ethan Richardson and Cameron Miller back deep for the Cardinals. Kickoff is underway. Ball bounces, picked up. And that's going to be Miller on the return. Gets outside to the right a little bit. And he's brought down, pushed out of bounds.
Pretty decent field position for the Cardinals. And that's tough. Special teams, especially with the bounce there on the kickoff. You've got to stay in your lane and keep that thing trapped, force him back inside. He's able to find the edge.
Jacob Elliott on the stop pushed him out of bounds. He brought it out to the 39-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Now we're going to see Slade Nordwood going to be the quarterback for sounds like the remainder of the game. Once again, if you're just joining us, Aiden Lester hyperextended his leg and wanted the play where they did throw a big long pass, but he's been taken out of the game, and we will see. And it looks like maybe we had a penalty on the play.
Yeah, it's so difficult too to play clean in the kicking game. That's such an emphasis at every level, especially here in high school football.
So that penalty is going to bring them back to the 28-yard line. Once again, now we're going to see what Norwood can do. 1st and 10. Har-Ber defense playing with the lead now. First time all year playing with the lead. We'll see what they can do here. Ball is placed once again at the 28-yard line. 8:44 left to play in the third quarter. Norwood hands off. Ethan Richardson runs it up the middle.
Yep, good stop on first down. Again, it's adjusting to a different quarterback, and obviously the safe run up the middle behind those linemen we talked about earlier. Huge for our defensive line to be able to contain. If you can shut that down and put more pressure on that quarterback to be able to make a play, maybe put the ball in that quarterback's hands a little more, that's a plus for the Wildcats.
Okay, Sean Holder looked like they're on the pile for the stop. Pickup of 2. Call it 3, 2nd and 7. Now he's back to pass, little option play.
Hit as he throws it.
Cameron Miller. And he's going to pick up enough, looks like, for the first down. They're looking at the mark. And they are calling it first down, so a 7-yard pickup for Cameron Miller.
Yeah, the defensive ends are definitely putting pressure on that quarterback. They're finding him there with the option. Right as he gets rid of the ball, he takes a hit.
1st and 10, 38-yard line. They are moving left to right on your television screen. Now there's another handoff. Oh, he's met in the backfield. That's Ethan Richardson.
Yep, and a couple Wildcats on that one. We talked about 11 flying to the ball. You get there, hold on to him. Big hit.
Saw Jake Adams, Siler Moore there on the stop. 1 yard gain. Punishing hit. The linebackers there.
Punishing. And they've been doing it all night. It's been a very physical ball game.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. A little slower tempo. What we see with Norwood. Been a few more handoffs this quarter. Richardson offsetting in the pistol formation. Now Norwood's going to throw. He's looking. He's scrambling. He throws. Pass was intended for Dawson Keaton, a little bit out of his reach, falls incomplete.
Yeah, and Dawson is that receiver for them who's very talented. He caught that touchdown on the first play of the game. He's their go-to guy, but missed getting on the ball there on that play. Big third down.
Incompletion does bring up third down, 3rd and 9. A little bit different strategy maybe now that Norwood's in there. And a lot of times you may think that the quarterback, second-string quarterback, may not get the reps like the first stringer, so definitely probably working his way into this game.
There's no doubt. That's tough to prepare for.
So we've got a 3rd down and 9. Norwood takes a snap, drops back. He's throwing. He's got a man. Throws it downfield. Wow. And he did make the catch. Penalty flag on the play. That's Aiken Johnson on the reception. What a great catch by that young man.
Very impressive catch.
And we'll see the penalty probably going to be against Har-Ber. And probably decline this, but we'll wait for the penalty. Great pass. Well, Norwood shows off his arm there.
Yep, yes he does. He's obviously a talented quarterback. And looks like these coaches get a little more comfortable letting him sling that thing around.
Big pickup. They're on the Har-Ber side of the field now, 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Trying to answer Har-Ber's opening score. Just 7 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Norwood back to pass again. Here comes the rush.
Wow.
And they bring him down. That's Siler Moore in the backfield.
Moore is all over the field tonight, and that is such a crucial play for the momentum after a big play like that offensively. To be able to respond more just sparks more life in our defense.
And you might see that a little bit. Lester may be able to maneuver a little bit better, a little more agility, but we saw Norwood take the sack there. Big loss, 9 yards on the loss. And that takes them back to the 47-yard line, 2nd down, 19. Norwood calling out the play, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks right, throws. Incomplete. That's intended for Dawson Keaton. Zion Miller there on the coverage. Great stop.
Yep, great stop. Great job by our defensive backs, sticking with our receivers. Again, that is a focal point of improvement from last week, and we've done a much better job tonight staying with those guys, especially right there.
Big down for this defense, 3rd down, 19. What a great momentum swing this would be if they could stop, get the ball back. But we see now Norwood is back to pass, got a little bit of room, looking, throws it out to Ethan Richardson. He did not make one man miss. That's Zion Wilson on the tackle, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
And I think we're going to have a holding there on our defensive end. Back them up a little bit.
Another penalty on the play. We'll see what this call is.
Yep.
That's holding on Asa Johnson of the Cardinals. Wipes out a little bit of a gain. Wildcats are going to take the penalty, push them back even more. Now it's 3rd and 29.
Yeah, it's 3rd and really long. And so now you're those defensive ends, pin your heels back, get upfield and cut that edge. And as an offensive lineman in that situation, it's tough not to get that holding call. And, you get beat around the edge. You do everything you can to keep them off your quarterback.
Big play here for the Har-Ber defense. Must say, we've got a good-looking crowd for the Har-Ber Wildcats. Traveled on south.
A lot of neon over there.
Norwood gets the ball, snap back. Here comes the rush. He's scrambling. They're looking. They're chasing him down. He throws the ball. Incomplete. Great rush on the end. That looks like that's Will White chasing him down, but falls incomplete. Big fourth down coming up.
Huge fourth down. A great job, like you said, the defensive end's getting upfield. And when it's third and what looks like 50 out there, it's easy for you to, like I said, pin your heels back, get upfield, and make the play, and puts your quarterback in a tough spot.
Great response by this Har-Ber Wildcat defense. Ian Shadden back to punt for the Cardinals. And back deep here for the Wildcats. That's Zach Miller. Been doing a pretty good job tonight. Here's the snap. Punts away. Booming kick on this. Miller's letting it go. Bounces once. Gets into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line. We've got 5:37 left to play here in the third quarter. Har-Ber leads 28-21. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Mary Jordan. Springdale Public Schools is launching a free weekly podcast called Springdale Today, which will feature news relevant to Springdale families. Springdale Today will feature educational news, district staff and students, as well as influential members of the Springdale community. I hope you'll join us as the free Springdale Today podcast premieres Wednesday, September 11th at noon on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. I look forward to chatting with you more about what's happening in Springdale today.
Back here at Cardinal Stadium, Wildcats taking over their second possession of the second half, scored on the first. Owens goes out to throw, throws it just a little bit wide.
Yep, coming back to that screen there on the outside with your receivers who've done so well. Just got to get the ball to him.
Grier Graham was the intended receiver. Falls incomplete, brings up second down. Once again, momentum really switched there at the end of the first half into the second half. Wildcats to see if they can keep this momentum going.
Yep, you got to love the feeling of controlling your own destiny, and that's what it feels like for Har-Ber right now. Go out there and execute.
Bryce Owens, pistol formation, drops back to pass. He's looking deep again. Got a man, and it is caught.
Yep.
That is Trayson Wright once again on the catch. About the third or fourth big catch he's had tonight. But first down for the Wildcats.
Huge first down. And again, it's on one of those shots. We're able to execute and bring it down for a huge gain.
We got trips down here at the bottom. He looks, he fakes, he pumps, he throws. Going for Wright again. Batted around. And what do we have here?
Oh, my gosh.
They've stopped play.
Wow.
So we've got a penalty on the play. False start against Har-Ber. We saw that a little bit last week. On the tempo, maybe not got set all the way.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the difficult things of going from a huddle to that tempo. Obviously, you're trying to get the defense on their heels, take the game out of the defensive coordinator's hands. But in order to do that, you got to be smart and be able to be pretty disciplined.
So it's going to take them back 5 yards. 1st and 15. A little over 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter, which has basically been dominated here by the Wildcats, scoring on their first possession. Bryce Owens, pistol formation, hands off this time. Reed McAllister comes left, finds a hole, got a little bit of room, makes one man miss, makes another man miss. What a run by Reed McAllister.
What a run. Man, that is so much fun to see, especially, and I go back to it again, that pulling tight end, Jack Gilder, coming around the edge, puts a defender on his butt, and there's a huge hole there on the C-gap, and we're able to hit it for a huge gain.
Kingston London on the tackle, but Reed McAllister making men miss. When he hit that hole, took it to another gear. Ball's placed at the 33-yard line to be 1st and 10. Har-Ber Wildcats on the move. Owens going to hand off to McAllister again, finds another hole.
That left side, left guard, left tackle got about 6 yards of movement before our running back got even touched. That is that's fun to watch. It's a beautiful thing. You keep doing that, and you've got yourself a heck of a third quarter.
Crosby Schmidt on the tackle for Farmington. Har-Ber looking to control this game with the offensive line a little bit, running some time. Ball control, doing a great job. Now we see Aaron Wilson in the backfield behind Bryce Owens. Hands it off this time to him. Finds a little gapper. Not much this time.
Yep, you got to stick with it and keep rolling with it. Again, it's proven to be pretty good for us. It's hitting that hole downfield full speed. And like you said, that running back hit that second gear. When he does find a hole, it's just finding a hole for him to hit.
Now we've got 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats. Ball's placed at the 26-yard line. Reed McAllister back in. He's been toting the luggage this particular series. He gets it again, running right through him again. Look at him go. What a great run by Reed McAllister. It'll be 1st down for the Wildcats.
Toting the luggage is right, and he is toting. And then you go back to Coach Dannenhauer's days as an offensive lineman, you know he's got to love this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The line is really leaning on these boys, and now we're starting to see movement on the line. 1st and 10, 18-yard line. Great run by Reed McAllister. Once again, he's lined up in the backfield. Bryce Owens, pistol formation. Takes a snap. Now he's looking outside. Throws it. There's Jack Gilder. See a penalty flag down. Ball is caught. He's brought out to the 9-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is.
Yep, at the hold.
They're calling Perry Lewis on the hold for that one.
You know, we've seen ourselves overcome some change difficulties before tonight. Still not the situation you want to be in, but it's still first, and you still control your destiny here. 1st down in enemy territory.
First quarter, we saw a lot of penalties, fumble, but it kind of dissipated a little bit here in the 3rd quarter, starting with the 2nd quarter into the 3rd quarter. You hate to see those after having the momentum going, but it's going to be 1st and 20. Ball's brought out to the 28-yard line. McAllister in the backfield again with Owens. Makes a step forward. Owens back to pass, looking left, throws left, got a man open, and it is, see what the call is, incomplete.
Man.
That was Hayden Branch on the almost reception.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to bring up 2nd down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you got to love the play call. He's right there in the end zone. Defender makes a good play to break that pass up right there at the last second.
And I think you brought a good point up, Coach, about hitting a little few outside passes, but also takes some deep passes. We're seeing some deep shots on this.
Yep.
So we got 2nd and 20. Owens once again. McAllister back. He looks back. They're going to throw it out to McAllister. McAllister's got a little bit of room. Makes one man miss. Pops off another. Look at this man run. Look at him go. That's going to be 1st down. Nope. Take that back. 10-yard. Saw the marker calling that too soon. But 10-yard gain on that reception.
Great gain there in the end zone, and that's just an effort play. You know the play's there at the beginning, but he made that work just because of pure will.
More manageable down now, yardage-wise. 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yep, still 3rd and 10, very similar to the other side of the field we saw in the first half. You go back to that little box on your play call sheet, and you should have something dialed up here.
Left hash, Bryce Owens takes the snap, looks left, rolls left, scrambled out, and here comes the blitz. And he's brought down.
Yep, we go back to the play call could be there, but it's about the execution. Get a man loose there on the left side. You got to roll out and try and make a play, and sometimes it didn't work.
Towns Boger on the tackle, the sack, if you will. Loss of 9 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down. We're going to see what the Har-Ber offense is going to do here. Reed McAllister's checking back in. Owens looks like he's getting a play call. Looks like maybe they're going to go for it.
Yeah, this is that territory that you can go for it. You feel good about it. Take the chance, take the shot.
He rolls out to the right, looks back over the middle, got a man, throws it downfield, and it's incomplete. The ball looks like it was intended for Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Correction, that's 84. That is Hayden Branch, but falls incomplete, broken up there by Farmington. Going to be a turnover of downs, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Well, and you see a lot of good things on that drive, but then again, you see ourselves shoot ourselves in the foot again. You talked about the staying in front of the chains and controlling your own destiny, and that really comes down to just executing on those little details. And whenever you have that holding call and those little things, you get backed up like we were. It's the kind of situation you end up in.
So here comes the Cardinal offense. Slade Norwood once again back to pass. He throws. That is complete over by Dawson Keaton, getting pushed out of bounds. That's Cyan Wilson pushing him out of bounds, but looks like it's going to be enough for a first down for the Cardinals.
Keep the momentum, play your ball game, continue to execute like you've been executing. I believe that's going to be the game plan for the next 1 minute and 1 second of this third quarter.
A little bit of time left here in the third quarter. Cardinals have got the ball. They're on the 38-yard line of Farmington. Norwood brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Gets the ball. Looks down. That's complete again to Keaton. There's a stop. There's a good play right there. That looks like Tony Berry on the stop. Short pickup, about 3-4 yards on the play.
You know, we've obviously we know Six is their guy, and I think we, for the most part, after that first play, were able to take him out of the ball game. But it looks like they're being a little creative on how to find him, give him the ball, and find ways to do that. So keep an eye on number 6 on their offense and see kind of what they do with him here.
We're probably going to have one more play before the end of the quarter. 2nd down 6. Ball's placed at the 42-yard line. Norwood, that pistol formation. Here comes the blitz from Har-Ber. He scrambles out to the right. He throws downfield. Just out of the reach of Berry, but also out of the reach of Dawson Keaton, the intended receiver.
Well, they go back to him there. Then they try and find him. They almost did. And like you said, it goes right through his hands. But they had the chance.
Tony Berry there on coverage, just on his fingertips maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to get one more play. 11 seconds left to play. 3rd and 6. Big down once again for the Har-Ber defense. Maybe they can hold these guys here for another stop, get the ball back, start the fourth quarter. We'll see what they do here. Norwood brings them up to the line of scrimmage, pistol formation. He drops back to pass. Now he's being flushed out to the right. He scrambles. He looks. He tucks it. He's going to run, and he's going to get out of bounds. And he's pushed out of bounds.
And that's the first time we've seen him on his feet make a big play. And so now you compare him back to Lester, and maybe you go back to that original game plan, make sure that he's contained. You've seen him move a little bit.
And that's Cameron Bisbee taking him out. Moves it into Har-Ber Wildcat territory, 47-yard line. I misspoke again. They're going to get one more play. There's just one more plays we've got going on here. 3 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Norwood drops back, going to do that little option again. And once again, he pops out on that option. And that was Brenner Watkins. Brenner Watkins on that. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Once again, the Har-Ber Wildcats lead the Farmington Cardinals 28-21. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter right after this.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
Start of the fourth quarter, last quarter, I want to say Arkansas. You said that's tomorrow. Norwood back to pass, goes over the middle.
Yes.
Oh, he is taken down.
What a play. What a huge
Siler
play.
Moore once again on the stop. These quarterbacks are taking a punishment tonight.
Yes, they are, and that was a great job by Moore. He's been all over the field tonight, especially in the backfield in crucial situations like the first play of the fourth quarter. What a way to start out the end of this ball game.
Big loss on the play Ball's going to be placed around the 37-yard line of Farmington. That's about a 20-yard loss. 3rd and 30. Big moment here for the Har-Ber defense. Starting the fourth quarter.
Huge moment.
Norwood in that pistol formation, drops back to pass, looks left, throws, and it's incomplete. Tony Berry there on the coverage.
Great job getting up in his face, and we're on coverage. Our defensive backs are right there. I mean, that was very well executed by our Har-Ber defense. Great opportunity to a little turnover.
So we see there great defensive coverage by Tony Berry, stopping that pass. 4th and 30. They're bringing their punt coverage or punt team on. That's going to be Ian Shadden for the punter, and back deep Zach Miller for Har-Ber. And here's the punt. Har-Ber coming after him a little bit. And Zach Miller calls for the fair catch. But a great defensive stand there by the Har-Ber Wildcat defense. Offense is going to take over. 11:05 left to play here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take another quick timeout. 28-21, Har-Ber over Farmington.
Goodbye, guessing. Hello, confidence. So long, stress. Hello, security. Farewell, running to the bank. Hello, banking from anywhere. Get a quick view of your balance, lock lost debit cards, and quickly deposit check.
Offense takes over. Bryce Owen hands off. Reed McAllister around left end.
Love the way he runs the ball. And he lowers his shoulder. He's not afraid of contact.
Low and hard. And that was Kingston London. He took the brunt of that blow.
Yes, he did. And that wears on you. At 4 quarters of trying to tackle a kid who runs like that, that's tough to do. And it wears on you.
Har-Ber Wildcats looking to try to put this one away. Ball control. Second down. Reed McAllister once again, left end. Runs, powers over people again. Pick up about 8 yards. Looks like it's going to be first down for Har-Ber.
Well, you love to see your running back get those yards, but you also love to see big Matt Graham right there next to him, big number 61, pulling guard right there leading the way.
1st and 10, ball's placed at the 40-yard line of Har-Ber. Bryce Owens, pistol formation. Once again, McAllister behind him. Fakes the handoff, rolls out right. Throws, got a man open. Just out of the reach. And that looks like that's Jack Gilder.
Yep.
Just out of his reach, but falls incomplete for Har-Ber.
Yeah, just barely out of his reach. And he's such a talented athlete. That's one of those shots that you love, and you love that we're calling those plays.
Once again, seeing Har-Ber take some chances here in the passing game. They may feel like they've got a little control of the run game, maybe can run a little bit more. Yeah. So, once again, now we see empty backfield. Bryce Owens back there by himself. 2nd down and 10. Takes the snap. Quarterback draw. Has a little bit of room. Closes quickly.
Cardinal down there. Those are, when you got that two-dimensional quarterback, man, that's such a dangerous ball game.
Pickup of 3, we're going to call it. 3rd down and 7. Pivotal down again for this offense. Maybe like to try to salt this one away. And we've seen them take some chances, been some rewarded on some chances.
You've seen us convert these tonight.
3 at the right. Owens in the backfield by himself. Looks, throws over the middle. And that was intended for Gilder once again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, coverage was right on him. Tried to make a play there.
Is incomplete. 4th down. Punt team comes on. But we always have to watch this. Bryce Owen is the punter. Mm-hmm. First quarter, we did see a little bit of a trickery. Had the man there.
Yeah,
just fell incomplete. Actually, the defensive back, the punt returner, was there to knock off the pass. We'll see what we do here. But Bryce Owens is back deep for the Wildcats. This time he's going to punt, gets it away. Nice little punt. Look at it roll. Will they get that down?
Yep.
What a great roll. Great punt by Bryce Owens.
Awesome job.
And that ball is down at the 3-yard line. Great punt by the quarterback. We've got 9:19 left to play here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after these messages on the Springdale Athletic Foundation. $9:19 left to play in the final quarter. Har-Ber up 28-21. Great punt by Bryce Owens down at the 3-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Backed up. Offensively, your goal is to just get a first down.
Norwood's taking a shot, throwing deep. He's looking downfield and that is incomplete. Wow. Intended for Aiken. Oh, and here comes the penalty flag. Zion Wilson was right with him, but the refs are going to call this one. Well, you had him backed up for a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, you did, and I thought it was a great job of coverage. Maybe I saw it a little differently up here in the box, but that's a tough break.
It was tight coverage. Call on the field was pass interference, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. 18-yard line for the Cardinal offense, 1st and 10. Norwood threw that ball out of the end zone. Kind of a risky move, but did get the call.
Yep.
But now it's 9 minutes, 12 seconds. We'll be watching that clock.
You still like our field position here.
And now Farmington's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. That's the first timeout of the fourth quarter. 9:12 left to play. We'll be back after these messages.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause. When you buy a meal, Tacos for Life donates the proceeds to provide a meal to starving children. Download the Tacos for Life app for ongoing promotions and free food for our friends right here in Springdale. Great food for a great cause. Tacos for Life, 1210 JTL Parkway in Springdale.
We've got exciting 9 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Cardinals come out of timeout. Owens looking, scrambling to his left, throws it downfield, got a man, and it is. They rule it incomplete. Zion Wilson gets his hand in there and knocks it down.
Well, great coverage. He's right on top of it. Almost a great play, and we're able to break it up. That was fantastic coverage by Zion.
Aiken Johnson on the end of that pass, twisted an ankle a little bit, walking gingerly back to the huddle. But great coverage once again by the Har-Ber Wildcat defense. Zion Wilson brings up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals.
Yep. Zion's a very talented player, and he displayed it right there.
Ball's placed at the 18-yard line. Coming out of their own end zone. Had a penalty on Zion a couple plays ago to bring it out to the 18, but now we've got Norwood back to pass, scrambling once again, finds his man over the middle.
Yeah, they've come to that play a couple times tonight.
That's Brady Richards on the reception.
He's able to sniff that one out quick.
Crowd calling for a little extracurricular activity. No flag. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals. We've seen a lot of flags tonight. Let's hold one.
Yep, let's hold one. Let's hold
one. These guys do a great job. Sometimes underappreciated for what they do.
Yep.
Norwood, pistol formation, drops back to pass, straight drop. Here comes the rush. He scrambles out to the right, and he's going to be taken down. Ball on the ground. And it looks like Har-Ber may have recovered it.
Har-Ber's on it.
We'll wait for the call. Har-Ber ball. What a great respond by the defense. And we're going to see who got that ball. That's going to be Cameron Bisbee on the recovery. Be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Do have a penalty flag down. Spoke too soon about the penalty flags. We'll see what this call is.
Looks like Whitehall's trying to, or the White Hat, is trying to call him down.
Offense is huddled up, so we're going to see what they're going to. Oh, so they're going to call intentional grounding on the quarterback. So that's going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to be just a down on the play instead of a fumble. But it does bring 4th down because it is a loss of down.
It does. You'll still take that. You know, you're not right there on the 15, but you're in a good spot here.
Great rush by that defensive line.
Absolutely, way to not just contain, but to stick with it, bring them down. And you'll notice Coach is changing up the front a little bit, and we mentioned that last week with the stem. He's lining that nose guard up a little bit off center. Really caused problems for an offensive line.
Ian Shadden back to punt for the Cardinals. Zach Miller deep for the Wildcats. Gets the punt off. Miller comes up on it, and I don't know if he touched that or not. He's letting it go.
Oh, my gosh.
Now there's going to be a scramble. Whoa, that could have been dangerous for the Wildcats.
Yep.
Not sure if he touched it on the initial punt, but we ran back, touched it, so Zach Miller failed on it anyway. So lucky break there for the Wildcats.
Lucky break, like you said. Not sure if he touched it. Either way, that's a scary situation. Got away with one, and we got the ball.
So we've got 7 minutes, 7:53 left to play here in the ball game. 28-21, the Wildcats over the Cardinals. Coach, you'd like to see a little bit of sustained drive here, maybe try to finish this thing off.
You would. Just do what you've been doing. Don't go out there and try and be the hero. Just execute our offense. And we've seen it work very well tonight. Just come back to that.
We've seen a lot of great runs. Offensive line's been open holes for Reed McAllister.
Yeah.
McAllister's been punishing
and he
people.
Has, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if there's a hole there or not, he's hitting it at 100 miles an hour, and that's all you can ask for running back. And he has done a great job in the run game.
Owens has been controlling the game very well, taking the shots, finding some underneath. Great game plan by the Wildcats thus far. Now we're going to see Reed McAllister. Here he goes up the middle. Once again, not much this time, maybe 1 yard.
A couple bodies flying around there. And you like to see bodies flying around a little bit up front, but you want to see them flying towards the opposite end zone, not side to side. When they get that side to side, like I said earlier, you make the running back's decision for them. You want to stay in front of those guys, in front of those bodies.
That's a pickup of 1, 2nd down. Owens once again in the pistol formation. McAllister lines up behind him. It's going to be another handoff. Got another hole left side. Finds a little bit of room. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play.
Yep, good solid run. Get about half of it.
Ball control, ball security. We're seeing people trying to strip the ball there, so want to make sure we secure the ball on this drive.
Yep. Hopefully we've learned our lesson there. We'll cover that thing up, and we mentioned earlier running to win in the first half. Well, in the second half, it's equally, if not more important.
Absolutely.
Control that clock, continue to pound the rock.
3rd and 4. Ball's on the left hash. Owens takes the ball, fakes it to McAllister, looking for a man over the middle. There he's got it. He's got a lot of room. And he's drug out of bounds. What a great call, trying to get that number there. That's Jack Gilder.
That's Jack Gilder across the middle.
Correction, that is 88. My apologies on that. And that's going to be Gibson Green. But great call on that play.
Yeah, great call, great execution. They're right there on Bryce, and he's able to make that throw for a huge play here in the 4th. Bring some life again. Those 3rd down calls were able to convert.
Brings it down to the 12-yard line of Farmington, 1st and 10. Har-Ber wanting to salt this thing away, brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Owens hands off to McAllister, finds a little hole, turns it back inside, brought down.
Man, they had a linebacker there just hit the hole full speed and knocks back a little bit. You got to be able to have your eyes up, and that's tough to do at the center position. Well, obviously, priority number 1 is getting that ball back there to Bryce. Got to have your eyes up and see that coming.
Pickup of 1. 6:08 left to play here in the ball game. Har-Ber leading 28-21. Har-Ber on the road for the first time this year, hoping to be successful. Getting the orders now. Owens directing traffic. Hands off. Once again, Reed McAllister up the middle. Look at him turn.
Yep.
Turning around down at the 5-yard line.
Yards after contact. And then that kid's been doing it all night.
Great hard running. That's going to be pickup of 6 yards. 3rd down and 3. Either the touchdown or at least a first down out of this would be very pivotal for this offense.
Yep. Yep, yes it would. Another crucial 3rd down. I'd be very interested to see our 3rd down percentage tonight.
Got one on each side of the line, wide receivers. Reed McAllister in the backfield. Now they're switching over to the left side. Power side. McAllister once again takes it, pushed. Hey, look at him drive. Look at him drive.
Wow.
And he is down at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
1st and goal for the Wildcats. What a push by that offensive line.
What an absolute push by the O-line. And that running back, again, he's lowering his shoulder every single time. He is not taking no for an answer, and that was such a huge, huge play by him, just making it happen.
Initially stopped, looked like at the 5-yard line. Those big old beefy boys got behind him and pushed him down at the 1 yard. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Wildcats. 4:46 left to play in the ball game. Owens going under center.
There we go.
Takes it, fumble, hangs on to it.
Whew. Yep. And that's part of the risk of when you go under center in that situation. I think it's absolutely the right call. That's one of those things that you have to find time to practice those snaps because they're so different, and it's so different for a center quarterback relationship and getting that firm ball transfer to the QB in a crucial spot on the 1-yard line.
Great recovery there by Owens, able to down the ball.
Yep.
They cover him back up. We'll call it a loss of 2, where the stoppage of play was. 2nd and 3. 2nd goal, at the 3-yard line. Now he's back into the pistol formation. Takes the ball, hands it off, scoots, score, and Aaron Wilson is stopped. Looks like no gain on the play. 3rd down, but, Coach, we see right here, taking time off the clock.
Yep. Yeah, it's been such a huge drive just as far as the clock goes because you've controlled it. And now, obviously, you want to finish, but you've done a great job holding that thing.
Big 3rd down here for the Wildcat offense, for the Wildcat team, looking to get their first victory of the season. 3rd down. Owens takes the ball, looks inside. They got a little bit of blocking going on. Touchdown, Har-Ber Wildcats.
Wow, what an unbelievable
Bryce
play.
Owens on the quarterback keep from 3 yards out. Har-Ber's going up by 2 scores.
Gosh, such a huge, huge finish to that drive. Convert several 3rd downs, move the ball, control the clock, finish in the end zone with a very violent run. This offense is clicking.
Kudos to that offensive line helping getting that 1st down, 1st and goal, and then putting it away. So now we've got Brody Reynolds in for the extra point. Snaps back, holds down, the kick is up, and it is good. 3:09 left to play. Har-Ber is up 35-21. We'll be back right after these messages.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
thank you.
3:09 left to play here at Cardinal Stadium. Coach, what a great drive we saw here. We saw it at the end of the first half. See it at the end of the game.
Yep, you did. We talked about how crucial it is to score at the end of the first half. You're absolutely right. And then right there to absolutely just force your way and find the end zone. I mean, that just can't be said enough.
Exclamation point, if you will, for this Har-Ber Wildcat offense. What a great way maybe to kick off the winning column. 3:09 left to play, 35-21. Reynolds set up to kick off. Sets it up on the tee. He kicks it. He boots it. And this is going back. And this is J.J. Moore. Oh, finds a little seam on the – ooh!
Wow.
On that right side.
What a hit. Oh, my gosh.
They met and kissed each other right there at that line of scrimmage.
Yes, they did pretty violently. Huge hit from Har-Ber.
So here we go, folks. 3 minutes left to play. Har-Ber defense. I would say, Coach, don't let anything deep. Play good contained defense here.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't change your game. You can't get nervous. You can't sit here and think about you got this in the bag because Coach Tice has been in a lot of these situations, and this is something you just got to come out here, play your game, and execute, and don't change it up too much.
Norwood brings the offense, throws. Going to be a little bit of a screen right there. Aiken Johnson on the reception, but what a great play. Once again, Cameron Bisbee there on the play.
He's there, shoestring tackle, that's all you need. Great job being there, sniffing it out.
Har-Ber sitting on these little screens maybe a little bit more. Once again, don't want to get burnt deep. 2nd and 12, 2:30 left to play here in the ball game. Norwood takes the ball. He was going to throw out to the right, takes it. Now he's running to the left, scrambles a little bit. And once again, Cameron Bisbee on the stop. And that's going to be a pickup of about 9 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down for the Cardinals.
Such a disruptive defensive line. I mean, we're right there in his face, and that's huge here at the end of the game.
Counting down, 2 minutes left to play here in the ball game. 3rd down, 4 for the Cardinals. Norwood in that pistol formation, drops back to pass, looking to his left, throws it. That was intended for J.J. Moore, falls incomplete.
Yep. Now you got 4th down. Obviously, they've got to try and convert here. Play your game.
Sign Wilson there to defend. Big 4th down here. 4th and 4. Is there a greater feeling to have a victory formation? But let's get this down over with first.
Yeah. Feels like forever until that victory formation right now.
Norwood getting instructions from the Farmington sideline. Brings his team up to the line of scrimmage, which is the 41-yard line. 1:56 left to play. He's got Dawson Keaton in the backfield. Norwood back to pass. Here comes that rush again, scrambling out to the left side. Here they come again. They've got him. If they'll just hang on to him this time. And now they're going to say he got out of bounds. But what a great rush.
Unbelievable.
Great rush. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Or do we have another flag
out there?
We'll wait right here for just a moment. We are seeing him pointing, so we are seeing a flag maybe.
You'd imagine it's going to be a hold.
You made mention of that. Anytime a quarterback kind of gets out of the containment a little bit, it's hard for those offensive linemen to keep their blocking stance.
Yeah, you don't know where he's at. You don't know where he's going. And so all of a sudden, what feels like a great block might be a yellow flag.
So it is against – we're looking at here once again. Don't know which way they're going to go. Haven't heard the call yet.
It might be.
It looks like it may get against Har-Ber.
Man.
Oh. Well, going to keep the drive alive, but they're calling it from where the mark of the – so let's see where this is at. From the mark of the penalty, 15-yard penalty, but it looks like they'll replay 4th down. I don't think it's enough for a 1st down yet. So it brings it up to the 44-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 1 instead of 1st and 10. So another play. You think you see another blitz coming?
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, this is this is tough. Yeah, this is one of those. You know, it seems 2 seconds ago we're sitting here talking about potential victory formation, and yet 4th and 1, minute 44 left in the game. Gosh, scary situation. But yeah, you definitely bring a little bit of pressure in this young quarterback.
Norwood. Pistol formation. Here we see it. There's that option pitch. They've got the 1st down. That's Cameron Miller. Got a little bit of room. And he's run out of bounds there by Sign Wilson. So they'll pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10. Ball is going to be placed around the 40-yard line. We'll call it 39 of Har-Ber. But a minute 38 left to play. Cardinals trying to mount a little bit of an effort here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. Norwood calling out the plays. Drops back to pass. Looking. Here comes up. There's a throw. Throws it out of bounds. And that's Will White there defensively and hits Slade Norwood. And he just throws it out of bounds.
Throw it out of bounds. There's a flag there.
Would this possibly be intentional grounding? We'll see the call. Intentional grounding's a call. No receiver in the area. And he throws it out of bounds, didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. So that is going to be 2nd down, loss of down, 10-yard penalty. They move them back across midfield. So now it's going to be at the 44 of Farmington. And a minute 33. Can't keep this clock moving fast enough, folks.
No, we cannot. And we've seen a lot of these 2nd and longs, very longs, tonight. You should see how this quarterback responds.
Norwood, pistol formation. Clock moving now. Now he's looking, throws it up as a little screen. Great defense there by the Har-Ber Wildcats. Once again, that's Will White on the tackle.
And once again, there is a yellow flag.
One thing you want to see from Har-Ber is to keep their composure on this. Know they get excited, but they don't want to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for anything.
Yep, you've got to understand the situation and have that in the back of your mind. But then again, you got to treat every down just like a normal down. Come out there, play your game. Don't get like you said, too excited. Act like you've been in this situation and continue to capitalize, do your job every single play, and then it works out for you. But I've seen it go the other way when you can't understand that situation and you do let it get to your head a little bit.
Now we got another penalty on the play. That's a personal foul against Farmington. I didn't see what happened there. Farmington had a man down on this near sideline. They've got him off the field. Did not see what happened. Didn't see the personal foul. But it's going to be backed up again. We're looking at 3rd and 35 on the play. Ball's placed at the 26-yard line of Farmington.
Yeah, that's a lot of green out there. That's a lot of yards to make up.
Real estate is valuable in football games, and this one is getting a little farther away from Farmington. The clock is moving, though. 1:05 left to play. Now they're trying to get their alignment all set up. Norwood there and now we're going to have a timeout.
Yep.
We've got 56 seconds left to play. Let's take one quick timeout, and we'll be right back after these messages. We've got 56 seconds left to play here at Cardinal Stadium. Har-Ber looking for their first victory of the season, leading 35-21 over the Farmington. And, Coach, this has been a tale of two halves, you will say. First quarter, we thought maybe Har-Ber might get blown out because they started off with fumbles, penalties, two quick scores. But now we see Har-Ber's kind of taking control of this game.
Able to take that step, clean it up. And again, there's 56 seconds left, but you can't really treat it like that. You've got to treat this game like it's tied. If not, you're down.
Big
Play
third
smart.
down. Here we go. And there's another
There's a
penalty.
hold.
Probably see a hold on that, but we see the quarterback. He throws it downfield, and it is complete. But this one more likely will come back. We saw that coming around the left end there. Pass is complete there to Brady Richards.
And when you got defensive ends playing as fast as we are tonight, it's very difficult to keep those guys in front of you as a tackle.
Coach, I ask you this. That's third down. It's going to be well short of first down. Do you decline the penalty?
Likely.
All right, we'll see what they do here. I guess they've taken another timeout. We'll keep it here for right now. But penalty there, and looking actually to see, have not made the call yet, but we did see the hold from up here, so that's just a matter of a few seconds to hear that call. And it may look like that Har-Ber's going to take the penalty.
Yeah. Hey, back them up.
Back them up. Discussions going on down on the field. Both teams are looking to see maybe what they're going to do here. Still a discussion on the field.
Yeah, right. I don't know what we're trying to figure out.
Once again, yeah,
okay.
They're taking the penalty. I was going to say, either they take the penalty or it's fourth down up here around the 49-yard line. But they're going to take the penalty, back them up another 10.
Wow.
Now it's half the distance to the goal line. Check that. So now, I don't know if we've got enough fingers and toes to count how far back we are.
It is third and a lot.
But the ball is going to be placed at the, looks like 9-yard line. Third, they're calling it 3rd and 45. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but we'll see here. But the third down, Slade Norwood takes the ball. He hands it off. Drop back in the backfield. What a great play. I think Har-Ber's got some of their backups in there because that is Kamoa Langler.
What a great play by that defender getting upfield. Gosh, I mean, that couldn't have been any better timed. Beautiful TFL to bring up fourth down here at the end of the game in Farmington.
25 seconds left to play. We'll see if they're going to run another play. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. The clock is counting down.
Coach is lining them up on the sideline.
And it looks like they're getting all lined up. Har-Ber's going to pick up the first win of the season on the road in Farmington. Look at the jubilation taking place on that Har-Ber sideline. 1 second, and that's your ball game. Final score, Har-Ber 35, Farmington 21. We'll take a short timeout, and we'll be back to do a recap right after these messages on the Springdale Athletic Foundation Network.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution. Connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Harps. Hometown fresh.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, and Har-Ber picks up their first win of the season. You know that's got to be a great feeling, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
They win 35-21. And, Coach, let's look at a few highlights here. Once again, we talked about the first quarter. We might just throw that first quarter away.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw Tracy Wright step up receiving, saw Reed McAllister on the run.
Yep.
What did we see from these young men tonight?
Well, what we saw was exactly what we said in the first half, and that's ride the wave, take the punch, come out, and get through those nerves. And come out there and execute, and we did that. And starting in the second quarter, we really controlled this ball game. And we mentioned controlling your destiny, and that was Har-Ber for 3 quarters tonight. And they were able to execute offensively, special teams being able to take care of what they need to take care of, and defensively they were violent. They were flying around to the football, and after we corrected some of those our eye mistakes, eye violations as we call them, looking at the quarterback in the back end. And coming back to your receiver, we're really able to handle this ball game pretty well.
Har-Ber team is over across the field. They're high-fiving with the student sections. They're singing the alma mater. What a great victory for these young men. Long time coming. They're going to take this back next week now. Our next game will be at Har-Ber Stadium. September 12th, Greenwood's going to be homecoming, but we're going to see an explosive Greenwood team. So these guys need to really take this energy and bottle up and bring it back with them.
Yeah, we will. And Greenwood is a team that has had a lot of success. They've got some very talented football players, but you come out here and you execute like we did for 3 quarters tonight. You do that for a full football game. I mean, you've got a chance to win a big one next week at home.
It'll be homecoming. They'll be excited. We want you to be excited. Come out if you can. If not, keep it right here on the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Once again, this is Brad Spurlock and Bray Cook here with us for the color commentating. And we want to thank Dr. Jared Cleveland, Superintendent of Springdale Schools, Har-Ber Principal Paul Greep, and we want to thank all the sponsors of this telecast. And we want to say good night from Farmington. We'll see you next week as Har-Ber takes on Greenwood.